Welcome to Semper Hooah podcast.
Welcome to Semper Hooah podcast.
All right.
Boom. I'm OG, and this mentally deranged Marine over here is Sam, as always, next to me.
Hi.
Say hi. There we go.
Hi.
In the combat closet this week, we got PD.
Hi.
Scott is on emergency leave.
His packet is still pending with the
In
first sergeant.
His replacement, we have Ranger Rios.
What's going on?
All right. And our guest today is Tony Mladek.
That was close.
Yeah.
That was close. Mladek.
Melodic.
You were so close.
All right.
So close.
Who is former Air Force in the air transportation.
Air transportation and logistics.
There
So was it
we
like
go.
supply in the sky?
No, we do everything that gets everything ready to go. Load the plane, unload the plane, passengers, whatever. Whatever flies in the sky, we pack it, we ship it, and we get it on the plane and off at the destination.
Sounds like a
So-
fucking commercial for DHL.
So we call you Hall.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly. Beans and bullets to the front lines is what they tried to instill in us in tech school.
Ah, nice.
Cool. All right, well, we'll get a little bit more into you. We've got a lot more Air Force questions. We're going to do that in our smoke pit banter.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Part of
Got
it.
a couple Air Force articles this week, too.
Yeah. First thing, we're going to do the old like, subscribe, follow, please, for the love of God. Now I'm begging. Before I was hating it. Now I'm like, please just do it.
Oh, and buy the merch. Please buy the merch.
And yeah, really quickly, if you buy the merch, 50% of all proceeds go to the Gary Sinise Foundation. We're going to
Yes,
look
sir.
to wrap that up, that campaign pretty soon. And I think the next one, what are we going to do? Pin up for vets?
Pin up for vets, yeah. That's,
Yeah, we want to support those girls out there doing amazing work for charity in all the veteran hospitals and all that. So,
Absolutely.
Hell
but let's
yeah.
give Gary some money for all the work he does.
Word.
Good shit. We ready to get into this, boys?
Let's do it.
Always.
Rock
EP.
and roll.
What the hell is this one? 5? I don't know.
Yeah, fine.
I'm drunk as shit already, so.
But you're green on MedPros.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. First one is up. The Air Force's troubled KC-46 aircraft has a toilet leak. The toilet leaks like shit everywhere. I fucked it up already.
I mean, duh.
There you go. The Air Force's KC-46 refueling tanker aircraft has been through a lot of shit through the past few years. Now, literally, droppings are, take over.
Are the latest of the beleaguered aircraft's troubles. The aircraft features a lavatory galley combination unit. Wait, so is that the kitchen and the shitter?
Yep.
All
Yep.
The shit thing
wonderful.
just stopped me.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep going.
This
with
just gets so much better.
Oh my god! It
I
just
honestly-
couldn't fit inside the KC-46 the way it does aboard other aircraft, which means that the toilet spills poo everywhere if the plane is in the steep dive or climb, which hopefully is very rarely.
Yeah. How often does a KC-130 or KC-46 tanker just go into a steep dive?
Hopefully, takeoff and landing.
maybe
Like, are they pulling some, like,
You know
Top
that?
Gun shit or
No.
something like that?
No, not at all.
Is
No.
is the KC-46 just like a supply or like a transport?
It's an air refueler. It refuels fighters.
So just a
and-
tanker.
Yeah, it's a tanker, but
Okay.
it's a multi-purpose tanker that can also carry cargo at the same time.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, the
word.
more you know.
Hey.
Yeah, glad you're on here.
Brought to you by The More You Know.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge
So
Rainbows.
they just load. It's so weird though. Like, they're doing this since the 80s.
Mhm.
Why don't
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
put a fucking why is it so hard for the Air Force for shitters?
It's
on
the military,
Well,
dude.
here, let me get to the rest of it, and
Yeah.
maybe that.
Yeah.
So the air transportation galley lavatory, as the palletized bathroom galley unit is called, so I'm assuming it's just on a pallet like a porta shitter, has been in service since the early 80s and is loaded and flown aboard a range of Air Force transport and tanker aircraft. Air Mobility Command will soon test a potential solution for spillage issue, and in the meantime, the flying latrine can still be used just at a reduced capacity. So pinch that turtle early, all right? Oh,
Man, God help you if you go out before a flight and get like a Santana's California burrito before you fly and shit like that.
Right.
Like God help that whole plane.
it's
Like,
bad enough when we already have the ghost shitter that like never flushes or just like leaves random turds all throughout, a latrine somewhere.
That's like
But-
every
Yeah,
shit in our unit.
right.
Yeah, I mean that's every unit. I mean every unit's got a phantom shitter, But what really boggles my mind is that this is a modular
Palletized.
palletized, modular, however you want to put it, that gets put into these aircraft and taken out. Did the designers not have the wherewithal to say, oh, this is kind of a long-range vehicle that we are not going to put a bathroom in?
I don't understand that. Like, why the hell not at this point when it's been, what, 40 years?
Yeah.
Fucking A. I know it's the military, but it's the Air Force. Figure this shit out.
If everyone's RV on the road did this, we would have a major issue, all right? Like, how is it that a civilian manufacturer could figure that shit out literally for someone that drives?
Unless you're the Dave Matthews Band driving over the Chicago River.
Yeah.
I think we had the
That was awesome.
To be fair, they did make up for that.
Yeah.
All right, Pete, you want to take this one? Because obviously I can't read today. That's awesome.
Drill weekends.
Have another cocktail.
Yeah.
Right? Montana High Court cancels parole conditions in a stolen valor case. Former Montana 8th District Court Judge Greg Pinsky, no relation to Drew Pinsky, had Air Force. What the hell is that? Stolen valor.
I thought it was the best stolen valor picture I could get.
I love it.
It's
Hey.
fucking glammed out.
Had forced.
Is that Idi Amin?
That looks like what's his name? Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yes.
The dictator.
The dictator.
I probably should have used that one.
Admiral General Aladdin.
Right? Where Aladdin is both approve and disapprove, right? Had forced Ryan Patrick Morris and Troy Allen Nelson in 2019 to conduct a series of acts of apology in order to be eligible for parole. In order for both to be eligible for parole, Pinsky had mandated that every year during the 3-year suspended sentences both men received, the two had to stand at the Montana Veterans Memorial for 8 hours on each memorial and Veterans Day wearing a sign that reads, "I am a liar. I am not a veteran. I stole valor. I have dishonored all veterans."
I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's
I think that's the most perfect punishment for stolen valor. Like, be like, no, you don't get a jail sentence. You know, you don't get probation. You just have to stand at a veterans memorial on Veterans Day, Memorial Day, literally shaming yourself. And you should also have to go to the back of the line at the DMV.
And pay back your free lunch from Applebee's, motherfucker.
Yeah, no shit, dude. We earned those free lunches, goddammit.
That's right.
I believe it also includes dinner.
Does it?
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
just lunch.
no lunch or dinner.
Holy shit.
Right.
Yeah, I know. We've been.
I like all the big boys know what's up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course,
Of
dude.
course,
Alright.
it's food.
Dollar Long Islands, man.
Good shit.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the state high court struck down the sentencing condition last week. Morris had claimed in 2016 he did 7 combat tours in Iraq and Afghanistan. We salute you.
7.
Right?
Thank you for your
Damn.
service.
Jeez.
Fuck yeah, what a hero.
They were
Oh my
all
God.
1-month deployments.
Fucking idol right there.
Had PTSD and had his hip replaced, never on a permanent profile, after he was wounded by an IED. Nelson successfully enrolled himself in a Veterans Treatment Corps before officials determined he had not actually served in the military. PowerPoint Ranger. Morris had received 10 years in prison for violating the terms of his probation for felony burglary, while Nelson got 5 years for a drug possession conviction. The two men appealed the conditions last year. American Civil Liberties Union of Montana had called the conditions degrading and unconstitutional.
Yeah, that's the
They got-
fucking
yeah,
point.
And they get him canceled. I thought it was pretty fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's totally fair. I mean, it's kind of like when you have like those judges that like have creative punishments for like reckless driving or like DUI or some shit like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, well, maybe not DUI. There's actual like real punishments for that. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like having people wear a sandwich board. I drive like an asshole or something
Right.
like that, or I don't know how
I
to
like
park
that.
my car or something.
But I guess like
degrading,
one way
though.
that would have been able to get through is like if he mandated like a community service for like a veterans organization or something like that, just to make it a little more kosher.
Honestly, if I was that judge, I would have referred him to the local unit's first sergeant.
Go see the first sausage,
You're sitting in the hot seat, motherfucker.
right?
Oh my god.
You're gonna learn what parade rest is, motherfucker.
Go see the commander. Dress nice.
All right, I'm gonna try and read here. Let me see what happens here.
I swear to God, he knows how.
Yeah, I'm really good normally. All right. Next one up is American toilet paper is taxing base plumbing at U.S. Air Base in Japan. All right, so we're getting you.
Well,
some
giving
more
me my
credit here.
due. I appreciate it.
Residents of at least one American military installation in Japan may have to purchase Japanese toilet paper to keep their plumbing working properly, according to the Housing Maintenance Office. American multi-ply toilet paper brands are sorry, I'm just laughing at it. Are to blame for frequently clogged pipes in the Yokota Air Base. Over time, thick toilet paper brands can back up in the septic systems and lead to flooding and clogged drains and affect the bathtubs and sinks. Japanese brands, though, are designed to dissolve faster than American brands. So.
I'm filing a letter of protest because every installation I've been into had that shitty ass single ply made by blind people Skillcraft toilet paper, where one wipe and your finger is literally tickling your butthole.
No, that's why
come
you
on.
use half. You have to use half the roll for one wipe.
Yeah,
So I don't know if this is more of the housing than it is with what you have at the unit, barracks, all that kind of bullshit.
Don't they
like
understand that our ass cheeks
But-
and our assholes are delicate flowers that need the
We're
soft
Americans.
ply,
You
man.
want
We're
the-
Americans.
I don't want to wipe my ass with a pillow.
Besides,
Yeah.
I thought they had
Yeah.
bidets over there.
It's the Air Force. I
Oh.
thought they had bidets everywhere. I thought that was like
like-
standard
No,
issue.
that is-
The real
that is-
Japanese shitters, or like the real like Asian ones, I think you squat like all the way down on the ground. Like that's the traditional shit.
The traditional.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
Supposedly it's easier to come out that way, but then like, how do you read?
But
You know how fast my leg would fall asleep when scrolling through Facebook?
No
on Semper
Oh,
Hooah
you know how
page?
hard it was during that pandemic? Like when all you had was one ply in the beginning?
No, I don't, because I stocked up well before then.
Oh, you're one of those assholes. All right.
No. I just buy toilet. I
okay.
was living with two roommates at the time, and they were both dudes and stuff. And we would always forget to buy shit, so I would just order the shit on Amazon every
Yeah.
2 months.
You
And
know
it just so happened that at that 2 month mark, I got my 90 rolls of toilet paper like I normally do.
Jesus.
And pandemic hit. I was
single guy.
fine.
For a single guy, that's a lot of TP.
It was
Three
90
single
rolls of the
guys.
mega rolls.
Three single guys.
Three
Three
single
singles.
guys.
That's a lot for even. All right.
I shit a lot.
Well, coming soon, the morning Constitution.
The
We're
morning
gonna-
Constitution.
Yeah, we're gonna once we edit out all the horrible shit you say.
It's not all horrible.
No, but there'll be a fun little segment we're gonna throw out on social media there. All right, what's next? Okay, yeah, that's all you on that one.
So I was told about this by OG earlier this week, and I went and scoured YouTube for both the actual news broadcast of this, the actual video of this, and of course Ozzy Man reviews of
Yeah.
this,
Oh,
which
he
was
did
absolutely
The best reviews.
golden. The guy is the best.
Hey, Ranger Rios, there you go.
There he is. He is here.
He's alive.
I know it's hard to see him on camera, but he is here. Australian military uses twerking dancers to celebrate $2 billion Navy ship's launch. Is that U.S. dollars or Australian dollars? Oh, we'll figure that out. Anyway,
No.
the Australian Royal Navy hired a group of dancers known as the 101 Doll Squadron to twerk in front of officials as part of a celebration commemorating the official launch of a $2 billion Navy ship in Sydney, Australia, prompting criticism from those in attendance. In the footage of the event, shared on Twitter, 7 women dressed in black short shorts, red crop tops, and berets are seen performing a choreographed routine in front of a crowd. Philip Thompson, a former soldier and member of parliament, told ABC that the performance was inappropriate, particularly considering the officials in attendance.
What a bitch.
Well, to be fair, the officials in attendance looked like half the royal family, and they're all like stuffy, like in their suits, like.
But you know the old guys like that.
Yeah, but then there was that like older dude. He was like sitting there like stroking his saber while the whole thing was going on, and like I'm. Some people clearly
I
appreciated
thought
what was
it was
going.
fantastic.
Actually, the performance was pretty shitty. Like the choreography.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
the
yeah.
choreography was
I mean,
garbage.
garbage.
Not in
Right.
sync.
It was a horrible show.
horrible. Also,
I think it's hilarious though.
Also, it was probably the worst fucking mixtape I've ever heard for a performance in my entire life, man. Like, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
They're playing Baby Got Back.
No, they didn't. That's the problem.
Way to celebrate this ship.
I mean, also, I've never been to a commissioning ceremony for a ship ever in my entire career. And I kind of imagine it is very much like a change of command ceremony, or just like, here, let me show you our new piece of military hardware or whatever. I don't ever recall having dancers at any of these fucking events.
Would have been cool though.
Would have been very cool.
Oh yeah, can you imagine every change command?
Yeah.
Some strippers up there.
I might actually want to. I might have actually wanted to attend.
Yeah, I'd stand
Change of
attention
command.
for a lot longer. That's
Yeah,
Right.
definitely. Both of me would.
Dude, I'd probably pass out. My knees lock up. Just
Oh, no,
my hard on's the only thing.
I wouldn't pass out.
Hit my face in the
Yeah,
ground.
I wouldn't pass out because like my knees were locking up. I would be passing out because blood flow would be altered.
Yeah, right to the dick.
Right
All
to
right.
the dick. Right to the helmet.
Just a tip.
All right, so our next one's up.
Okay,
it's
so
all you,
this,
buddy,
this
'cause-
one's also me. Marines are testing out new workout gear, and the fate of the Silkies is an open question. Aw, my preferred underwear.
There's the new one.
Yeah, it looks very much like the old one.
It's pretty long though.
Great, it's another fucking uniform we have to buy. The Marine Corps is testing a new physical training uniform, and at first glance, it doesn't seem likely that the beloved shorts known as Silkies will be returning as approved PT gear. Ceremony is banned in 2011. Oh, I thought it
You're
was,
not asking,
I thought
but
that was
they're
a picture of my
definitely.
unit. I thought that was a picture of my unit. Sorry.
Oh, it's Donnie O'Malley.
Get over there now. Can you not
I know,
see
but
over there?
it's so small.
It's Donnie O'Malley.
Never mind.
Anyway. But tucked inside a recent Marine Corps press release about the proposed new uniform is a single innocuous line that gives me just a tiny shred of hope that maybe, just maybe, the most beloved Marine Corps uniform item in recent memory might be getting a reincarnation of sorts as a planned augment to the uniform. There's an optional running short for those who prefer a shorter inseam. Like me.
Gotta let that dick hang out, you know.
Of course,
Right?
of course. I used to love the Silkies because I used to hike it up into my ass crack, especially around my first cycle.
Oh my god. Oh god.
Or even the Army when we had the old black shorts with the old gray uniforms and you cut out the liner. Just let them babies hang.
Yeah, you didn't have the sweatpants like I had. That was awkward as shit.
No.
Oh my god, we did straight on sweatpants. You guys had sweatpants too, right?
We do.
But we had the gray ones.
We
so
do,
it
but
was
they
just
never.
Dick.
Ours is always like OD green. And when I remember training at Fort Knox was like the only time I ever needed sweats when we did PT, and they would never let us wear them even in the middle of winter. So there'd be like snow going on the ground. The Army would be out there doing their warm up PT, and then the drill sergeant would be like, "All right, it's too cold. Go in the barracks." And then our staff sergeant would be like, "All right, we're going for a 5-mile run."
What the fuck do you guys wear? I don't remember.
You guys
blue shit?
we have an actual PT uniform.
Oh, okay.
It's surprisingly.
You guys
Wait,
actually
surprise-
do
you guys
we
PT?
do PT. Basic we get the
How
standard.
many feet do you run?
Save those questions
Let's
for
see
later.
here. I got two.
I got plenty.
So, no, it's an actual PT uniform. They revamped it in 2006 when I went in.
I thought they were getting another one too. I saw
Yeah,
some-
Yeah,
Don't
they're
worry.
issuing robes and slippers.
No, that's for our TDYs, man.
Well, I
That's
actually
right.
do wear a robe on when I TDY
Yeah.
and slippers.
It's because you stay in the nicer hotels.
Oh, I'm also a reservist. So I'm a piece of shit.
Use that.
Yeah.
Use that per diem, motherfucker.
Absolutely. You guys are all blue though, right? Everything was like a silver
Yeah,
or
blue
something.
and silver was reflective,
Yeah.
and we still had to wear a reflective belt, even though the uniform itself was reflective. So yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Army does.
That's
Mil-
some Doc Gov
That-
shit.
that's
Right.
just
You guys
military
ever wear
logic.
PT belts? I've never seen a Marine wear a PT belt ever.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, we're supposed to.
No, I've never.
Never.
I've seen PT like seen
Never.
Fort Sill,
Well, okay, so I remember being on like
Great
base.
Lakes.
I remember being on bases in like Iraq and stuff like that, and then at night, like all the Army cats are wearing like PT belts and shit like that. And I just remember like a Marine lieutenant telling me, "Why the fuck are we gonna wear that in a combat zone? The whole goal is so the enemy doesn't see us."
Right, no,
you know,
makes
like
I've never seen Marines ever wear a PT belt. So
no. The only time I've ever worn them was when I was stationed on Fort Knox because it was base ordnance, so we had to.
okay.
But that was also in school, so it didn't really fucking matter. We wore it in boot camp too.
Yeah. Well, no, we never. Well, no, I don't remember wearing. No, that's so
Well,
long
when
ago.
you went to boot camp.
fucking years ago.
Yeah,
I
right.
remember.
We wore them in boot camp briefly, and then we used them in boot camp when we were doing all of our like field training exercises and stuff like that, the Crucible and all that stuff.
Okay.
We put them around our packs.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that was mostly so like the vehicles that were driving up and down the same roads that we were on could actually see people and,
Right.
and shit. So
Makes sense. All
Which
right,
we've done that on Rux
Yeah.
and
You know
all
what?
that other stuff too.
enough PT talk because
Yeah.
it's making me sick to my stomach. Actually, I fucking hate it.
not me. I haven't done it in 20 years.
Technically, well, I don't get it.
Maybe less. Whatever.
All right, Petey, you're up.
All right. Do we need a Space National Guard? Colorado and I say yes, we do. Congress is not so sure. Hey, Martians need psyoping too.
Dude,
right?
I'm all for it. Keep going though.
Let's do it. The Colorado House of Representatives unanimously passed a bill Friday that lays the legal framework for the state to establish the Colorado Space National Guard. But before any Coloradans what the
Colorans?
fuck? Colorans.
Did I type that up? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
My bad.
Head to the recruiting station. They should know there's a catch. The U.S. Congress has to authorize the Space National Guard first.
No.
Really? The new state legislation will allow Colorado's Air National Guard space units to transition to the Space National Guard once the federal government establishes the Space National Guard, according to its summary. The bill also updates all state laws referencing the branches of the armed forces, such as employment protection laws, to include the active duty Space Force as well.
Dude, What an awesome fucking branch to join.
Do they have Space Force Reserve yet?
No,
No.
this is the first thing I'm even hearing.
Yeah.
This Space National Guard. I'm so fucking there. I will sign the paper. I will
Yeah.
transfer over.
Yeah, to protect every state's satellite assets.
I don't give a fuck. It just says Space Force on my fucking uniform. How cool is that?
Eh,
It's fucking no, yeah.
only if you're working with John Malkovich, man.
Did any of you guys see the YouTube clip of their Space Force, the first batch going through like their version of basic training?
No.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Oh,
We're
I
gonna
did-
have to pull
yeah,
it up,
yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just so lame.
It's like, was good.
I'm gonna get angry at you.
So, I know like Air Force push-ups are like where you lay on your back and push the sky
Wait,
up.
they do push-ups?
Like, do they do the same? I wonder if they do the same thing in the Space Force.
It's
Do they just like stand up and push space forward or
I
something? like that?
doubt
don't
they're
know.
changing much, but I still think Space Force is cool as shit, and I'm ready to fuck. I mean, I've been jealous of the Air Force for years. Now there's like another thing to be like, fuck the Air Force, Space Force is all the way.
Fuck being called soldier, being called a guardian.
Space
Next
Guardian.
level.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
I mean, I think they should just lump them in with the Coast Guard, though.
It's totally separate, dude. They're chilling on a whole other level. All right, I'm gonna let you two pick out which one.
Look at the jealousy on his face right now. It's like,
Go ahead, Sam.
no. This is a good one. EOD soldier sets a world record
Whoa,
running
whoa.
a mile in a 96-pound bomb suit.
You skipped one, but it's fine.
I
Some
did.
people-
Hold on. Wait, did I? Never mind.
Keep going with it. We're there.
All right, PD will pick up the slack on the last one. Shit. I was skipping ahead. Whatever. Fuck off. Anyway. Running a mile may not sound so tough, but things get a lot harder when you're wearing a clunky 84-pound blast-proof bodysuit and a 12-pound helmet. Okay, that's where it makes a difference. I was taken aback there.
Math.
I know.
Math.
Math
Hard
for
for the.
There's
core.
an
You
MCI
can't
for
even
us.
figure out a
Math for
fucking
Marines.
PowerPoint either.
I was a mechanic.
Yes. Read. No.
He doesn't have that skill
Numbers.
identifier.
Yeah. All right, keep going.
That takes a few extra spoonfuls of determination, especially when you're trying to break a world record while doing it. But that's where Captain Caitlin Hernandez found herself when she was rounding the curves of
Pretty
the outdoor
hot, too, by
track
the way.
at George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia. I was going to say just that. She is quite the dish.
Salute to you, ma'am.
On April 3rd, Hernandez was trying to beat the previous Guinness World Record for a woman running a mile in a bomb suit, and needless to say, she crushed it, finishing in 10 minutes, 23 seconds, and shattering the previous record of 11 minutes and 6 seconds.
That's quite a bit difference.
This is such a enlisted thing to do. Like, I'm gonna fucking do this. Yeah.
Yeah, stay hard.
Get fucking drunk and like put the suit on. So I'm gonna fucking run.
Yeah, the bombs are trying to get you. And
What are you really trying to prove, ma'am?
She's smoking. You want to come on the show?
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, word.
Gonna have to get past my first arm though.
I am
Yeah.
I'm quite impressed by that. Like just
Yeah.
also like you
That's a
said,
lot. That's heavy.
also for an officer to say, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
I mean, what was the time she ran it in?
10 minutes and 23
How long
seconds.
was it again? Because I didn't pay attention.
1
Anything.
mile.
I just kept looking at her picture.
1 mile, 10 minutes, 23 seconds.
I do that like normally. Without anything, that's just PTs on them.
They're such a fucking liar.
No, that's totally me.
Nah, you're easily close to 12 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Army chief defends long-range missile effort after Air Force general's public attack. If you remember last week, we talked about that. The Army chief of staff.
I propped up the Air Force a little bit. On that one.
Absolutely.
Army
Absolutely.
Chief of Staff General James McConville defended the service efforts to develop long-range precision missiles after an Air Force general in charge of global strike missions recently criticized the effort as a stupid idea. Speaking at a Washington Post live event, McConville did not attack Ray's comments, but said that he had a different perspective on the future fight. We all bring different perspectives. I have an interesting perspective not only as an aviator, but also had the privilege of commanding an infantry division, so I try to see other people's perspectives, said McConville, who commanded the 101st Airborne Division at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. So there will be different perspectives. There will be different opinions. Sometimes people say certain things, but in the Army and at the chief level, we are not going down that road. We are really trying to work together and live the Army values?
Yeah, he took the high road.
Yeah.
He did.
I was kind of shocked though. I thought Army would have been like, "Fuck you, dude."
Yeah,
he's
we
got
want a bigger
such-
budget.
Such an officer type response. I just
want
want to see him throw
more
down.
out of this. I just want to, because I saw it come up and we talked about it last week. I want to bring it back up and I'm like, was kind of bummed out about it.
Yeah.
It wasn't spicy enough.
No,
I wanted a fuck you,
Yeah,
dude. Like
no.
I wanted like a TV show out of this. This would have been awesome.
Nah.
They could have had something going here.
This could have been like this could have been like Pentagon Wars 2.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Fucking get in there.
Or a good Angry
like-
Cops episode at least.
Something.
This would have been a great one, yeah.
Like, I mean, I feel like that he missed out. on
Also, I feel like he used the word perspectives a little too much.
it. Yeah. But Pete, you brought up some good shit about last week with long range shit, though, how it's needed.
Yeah, I mean, definitely we're going to be looking at, operating warfare in denied environments, and you can't always fly a plane in.
Right.
We just need to be able to shoot from afar, so.
I thought that was what the drone shield carrier was supposed to be for.
Yeah, DARPA, they're still working on it.
Oh, they're still working.
It's not fucking there yet.
God damn it, I want my Quinjet.
Soon enough.
Take care of their Wonder Woman.
All right.
That is a different cinematic universe, sir.
Sam, you're up.
All volunteer force can't meet Pentagon's future needs, advocates warn. DMV draft dodger.
Soon enough.
By the numbers, a look at a potential return to the draft. The 5th annual All Volunteer Force Conference, looking at the state of the volunteer force since its inception in 1973 and whether a draft should be reinstated to meet the needs of the modern military. The AVF Forum, a group that supports reinstating. I don't want to hear it
almost as bad as me.
I don't want to hear it from you today. All right.
Words are hard.
Yeah, they were for me.
I'm not the one who wrote this. All right.
True.
Supports reinstating a form of the draft, and its leadership have pointed to the host of problems they say have been exacerbated by the volunteer force. Those include what they call unsustainable recruiting methods to fill the ranks, a civil-military disconnect in service that allows for military adventurism and long-running wars such as the Iraq and Afghanistan, a lack of diversity in geography, race, gender, and socioeconomic status, and limits on effectively drawing from the widest and deepest pool of qualified candidates. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm going to say unsustainable recruiting methods. So they stopped lying?
Right.
Like I'm pretty sure that's exactly how they got everyone in since the inception of military recruiting. And I mean, look at how the Marine Corps was formed. We were formed in a bar, and literally Captain Samuel Nichols got a bunch of people fucking drunk, and they woke up on a ship.
I'm going to bring up my same point as we did episode 1 on. We talked about it a lot, and that's why we're going to... First of all, is it working? Oh, there you go. DMV Draft Dodger.
Woo!
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can buy the t-shirt online. Cool.
Coming.
Anyway. Oh, it's
Sound
there.
enthusiastic
It's
there.
there. Yeah. The freedom part, dude. I just have such a fucking problem with that. Like, I get it. I love the fact we're all volunteer force.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That makes us fucking better.
Yep.
I get, but I do understand the whole aspect, like how other countries do it. Go to school or do this. Like, I understand some of
Yeah,
it.
but a lot of those countries are surrounded by aggressors on all sides,
True.
Right.
right?
Fair enough.
They have to have a conscripted military. I mean, like, all right,
We have Canada. I mean,
all right,
they're
but
fucking
let's
those
take
bastards up there.
Let's take an example. Switzerland, right? Literally a mountainous nation, landlocked, surrounded on all sides, and has remained neutral in most wars. But yet they have mandatory conscription.
Really?
They do.
I think it also addresses the recruiting and, other issues there. So, for example, if they fix the base pay issue, right, let's bring that more in line with regular pay rates in the civilian
that.
sector. Because there's no way that you're going to recruit, this whole, diverse and, your best talent by still paying them freaking,
Right.
Well, I think you get rid of the dipshit leaderships too. I
That
think
would
that's
help, too.
That's a
Yeah.
big one.
But-
Get rid of
Yeah.
morons that shouldn't be there.
So,
And
but
then
also when they
that'll
talk,
keep that retention numbers probably go way up.
very much so. And when they talked about like socioeconomic status, I remember this because when I got recruited, I literally walked into the recruiting station, said, I want to join. I was overweight at the time, but they literally gave me to a recruiter, right, that was having trouble meeting his quota because he had like the rich district in our area.
Mm-hmm.
And he could not get anyone from these rich schools. And it's like, well, you know why, right? Because these kids are all fucking rich and their parents are all buying in a wing at whatever school they're going to go to. These kids got a free ride to some Ivy League fucking school. They're not going to join the military, and especially not as an enlisted man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of us join because we have no other options. Some of us really desperately want to do it.
Or they hate their father.
or they hate their father.
Right.
OG's
The other
days.
thing too is, we have way too many MOSs. I think that can, as much as I hate Army contractors or military contractors,
love them.
but
They do most of my job for me. They're
do we need
fantastic.
so many people in admin that aren't available anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, there's certain MOSs that can definitely be contracted out, and if you run them better, not as a government entity, but as like a private business does, and hold people accountable, I think you can reduce the force structure, really support, the main elements that need to be part of the military, and shrink the size.
Yeah, and maybe IPAC wouldn't have fucked up all my paperwork after
Guys are
every
getting
goddamn
so deep in
deployment.
this shit.
Well, I mean, it's
No, it's good though.
No, it brings
I
a lot
mean,
of good
it
issues,
is.
though.
Yeah, it brings up a lot of good points. And yes, to a certain extent, like what would the service requirement be? It'd be like, oh, cool, you're gonna do a minimum of 2 years. All right, so your whole first year spent training,
Yeah.
boot camp, job school,
They'll probably do a
combat
rushed
training.
one though. It wouldn't be probably as in depth, They
Yeah, but
probably,
then
they do like
why
the
have
European
them?
countries do it. They
Right.
just shrink it a little bit just to have it.
Yeah, but then why have it?
I don't know.
We need more laundry specialists.
I'm just saying how they would probably do it.
Yeah, and like, would they draft you into whatever branch?
Oh, it's shit.
You
It's
know, like,
absolute
it's
shit
stupid.
idea. I
There's
don't like
too many questions,
like
right?
the draft is you use the draft for World War fucking III. That's what you use it.
But
That's
it
what
goes
it's
back, it's the same
even-
thing. They're trying to hit all these demographics or whatever else. Like, I didn't join because I needed to for the pay or to get out of the house or whatever else. There's so many different motivating factors to joining.
Oh yeah.
So they need a much better target audience analysis
Well,
just to simply say.
and also, if you really want to like address like the whole gender issue on there, make women register for selective service too.
Which
How about
they're-
that?
I think
Let's
they're working
start.
on that, right?
Let's start
No,
there
I thought they
first.
already passed that.
Did they pass that already?
I thought they
I
did.
thought
no,
they said
it
that
got
in the-
knocked out.
Did
No, they're still talking about like putting that in. It has to go to Congress.
Maybe we should do
Congress
some
has
more
to
research
approve it.
before we start spewing out
Well,
shit. to
I
the
actually
internet.
I read an article about
All
it
of
this
us are-
week.
yeah.
So they're proposing it.
Ranger Rio, start googling.
It has been very. it is-
Jamie.
It's been very well received overall, but it has to get kicked to Congress. Like Congress has to approve changing of the selective service laws,
Okay.
which is the biggest obstacle right now, and I don't see a whole lot of people in Congress taking up that at all.
Let's not get political. God. I don't
Right.
get there.
Well, I mean, it's not really political on
No,
that one, but I mean,
could
like,
see a lot of like, I don't want to.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, it. Either way, like there's a substantial portion of the female population that does not want it, and then there's another portion that does not care.
Yeah, it's
It's kind of it's a no-win scenario
Listen,
for a
ladies,
lot of people in
you're
politics.
equal in my eyes.
Yeah.
But if that you're equal in my eyes, that means you can fucking sign up or get drafted.
Well, and also one of the other issues so back in the 80s when they tried to make women register for the selective service, it was struck down that it was unconstitutional to make them since they were not able to serve in combat MOSs. Well, now
Now they
that
can.
that has changed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
that whole ruling seems to be out the window.
Yeah, no, let him. I'm for it.
So
And there's a lot of badass women out
Right.
there that'll,
You know what?
out soldier a lot of high speed dudes.
Point in case, EOD running a mile and shattering a
Yeah.
world record.
Better
Right,
than I can in my fucking mile without one. Good for you.
Shit.
also, they did say that the Biden administration specifically went out and said that they want Congress to rule on it as opposed to the Supreme Court. So that's another thing too. I don't know if that's going to
don't know
have
how
much
that-
an effect on it.
I don't know how that works on that one.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
tough.
trying to get the feeling on that one too.
That's
a
a tough call. Also, I kind of feel like there's other cases the Supreme Court should be hearing other than that. But whatever.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
like
Let's get to the next story because that
Legal
one is
weed.
really
Legal
gonna
weed
be a
would be
good one.
Which one's the next one?
Legalize acid.
All right, go ahead. Somebody.
Why? Here. Why 300 sailors and Marines deployed on an amphib ship with smart rings. About 250 sailors and 50 Marines volunteered to participate in a crew readiness, endurance, and watchstanding study. They each wore 2 smart devices, a bracelet and a ring that tracked sleep patterns, heart and breathing rates, body temperature changes, and more.
I do not want to wear someone else's ring. I know what they've been doing in those racks every night.
Yep.
Right there. There you go. Get it going. Get it
Really?
out.
You're going to track my heart rate, my breathing rate, and how hot and heavy I'm getting?
Well, it's usually around like midnight and stuff like that when the curtains are drawn on those coffin racks.
Yeah. How do they stack up on those? Right? How many do you
It
get?
depends on the ship that you're on, but like for me, I had about like 2 inches of clearance between my chest and the rack above me when I was on it.
So you had enough to jerk off.
You had about another inch and a half of room.
It was
You're
really
about
hard.
like 8-inch clearance from your fucking microphone right now. So
Yeah,
there
yeah,
we go.
yeah. So
Maybe
yeah,
just to bring it up to your face.
yeah, just like right
Be-
there.
you're-
Just
Episode
right there.
5. Be a fucking professional.
You know what? Fuck off.
There we go. Now I could hear. Now everyone could hear you.
You know what? It would be better if I didn't have to adjust this every week.
Well,
Ooh.
all
Yeah,
right. Okay.
but,
Buy your, all right, never mind. Let's go.
Also,
It's gonna
love
be
the
a
acronym
fucking
for
war.
this. Well, yeah, oh yeah.
It's latest.
Real
The
smoke.
green room is gonna be good.
Gonna be fucking fire tonight.
Keep going with this. Let's get some more jack off jokes here. All right. There's plenty here for
See,
this one.
all right, so yeah, as far there definitely are. See, my biggest issue with this is like, is it tracking where you are on the ship itself?
It's like Disney. Like they
Yeah.
give you that little card. I know they're fucking tracking.
yeah,
you on
probably.
Oh yeah, they
But
are.
see,
there. Yeah, they know
Big,
it because
Big Brother's watching everything.
I never
they
would have
know it,
volunteered
they-
for this because they would always know that I was hiding from on-raps.
Fair enough.
I don't think this
Very
is a GPS unit.
Yeah,
I think this is more like a Fitbit.
Yeah,
I think it's
again,
a combo. You never know. Hey,
Command Master Chief caught me a couple 2-3 times in the smoke pit when I shouldn't have been. Right?
All right. Well, that's fun.
He came out there smoking secured in the smoke pit right now, Lance Corporal.
So
I'm
it
aware,
had-
CMC. Why are you here?
It said 250 sailors and 50 Marines. So, dude, I'm gonna jack up. I want to know the numbers of like, 1,800 plus afterwards. Get
You know-
what it
Oh
was.
yeah,
where-
like what are the numbers between
spiking up
midnight and
when
2 a.m.
And it's all the
versus
seamen at the
sailors.
same time.
I can't wait till we get our first sailor on.
Oh my God, yes.
Our first seaman. I'm
No,
so excited.
first squid.
It'd be great.
Love you guys. Thank you for your service, by the way.
Yeah.
Like the ones that are actually out at sea, not the ones that are on land. You guys do shit.
Best Uber ever.
Well, dude, they actually do some real shit though.
Yeah, Uber.
Yeah. All right. All right. Are we? It's that time of the.
Getting time.
That time of the show.
Favorite time of the show.
It is
well,
time.
second favorite time of the show.
Time for our
POG Professional.
We salute you.
Thank you for your
All
service.
right. Who wants this one? Because I can't read today.
How about me? Army Reserve Specialist. Justice McBain. Specialist Justice McBain, an Army Reserve soldier, received a Soldier's Medal, the Army's highest award for heroism outside of combat. McBain was presented with the Soldier's Medal for heroic actions taken back in 2019 following a multi-vehicle crash that resulted in 2 fatalities on Interstate 94 in Racine, Wisconsin. McBain saved the lives of a civilian and a Wisconsin Air National Guardsman, Senior Airman Kelvin Yid.
I'd.
I'd, maybe?
Yeed?
Wide.
Yeed?
I'd. I went with I'd on that one.
Yut.
I don't know. Ranger Rio
It's
said
like
something.
Yeezys, man. Yeet.
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 Okay.
All right, yeah.
Maybe.
When McBain arrived at the scene of accident, he found Yeet.
Well, at least we're not making fun of the POG Pro here.
Right. Pinned between.
No, we're making fun of the airmen.
Yeah,
perfect.
Air Force
Fair
guy,
enough.
so it all ties
I
together.
can't drive my car.
Oh,
I'm sorry. Now I don't even know what the situation
Car had wings.
is.
Right.
All right, go on.
He found Yeet pinned between his seat, so he did not yeet, and the steering wheel, with the front windshield collapsed. Without hesitation, McBain sprang into action by moving the windshield over to the side. He cut
Those
Yeet's
things are heavy as
seatbelt.
fuck.
Yeah.
The science guy.
Yeah, man.
Good for him.
And extracted
Fucking
Yeet
cock
from the
diesel
car.
motherfucker.
Right. Looks like that one guy we got at our unit.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Go on.
Right. From the car with the assistance of other motorists. All of this occurring while a fire from the semi-truck involved in the incident began to spread amongst the other vehicles involved with the crash. Before rescuing Yeet, McBain assisted an individual in another vehicle by helping her get out of the passenger side of the vehicle because flames were present on the driver's side.
Nice, dude.
First of all, I'm just going to go on record and say that Justice McBain is like the most badass fucking name ever.
Justice
Wasn't McBain the superhero Arnold wannabe in The Simpsons?
Yes.
Dude, I cannot
No.
wait till-
The character was McBain. The actor that played McBain was Rainier Wolfcastle.
Oh,
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good
Yes.
shit. I can't wait till they make this E5 though. Fuck it, Sergeant Justice
Justice
McBain.
Dude,
That's
that literally
badass,
sounds
dude.
like an action hero name. Like,
Okay, well,
seriously.
dude, we salute the shit out of this guy, but
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
look at this dude. Like, wow.
He's like America's throbbing cock of justice right now.
Right.
You know?
Received the soldier's medal. That's
Good for you.
Wow, that's huge.
And, kudos to you for not shamming out of helping someone out.
yeah, for real,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah,
You
E4
make specialists
Mafia
look
for
good.
sure.
Yeah.
Make them look
Work
really,
hard, play hard.
And with a
fucking
name
good.
like Justice McBain,
Justice
you are going
McBain.
places, good sir.
Yes.
So cheers to you.
Wow, dude. Yeah. Salute. Oh,
Be sure you put your packet in for promotion.
Right now.
now. Well, it's not too far away too. We can go see it. All right. It is time.
We should try to get him on the show, actually.
Actually, yeah, dude. Maybe
That
hit him
would
up
be
before we
pretty
get to the
cool.
next one. Oh my god. All right, he's local, somewhat local.
Get a hold of his unit.
Oh my god. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we need
figure
to
it
do
out.
it.
All right.
You can get a hold of
All
Zero.
right. Or are you ready for?
He's gonna
the
have to
next one
talk
here?
to PAO first.
Yeah.
Need to get this authorized.
We already called you out on the show, so you're coming on.
Yeah.
All right. It is time for the Scumbag Service Members
blow.
You suck.
of the week. We have we're mixing it up a little bit this time. We've got definitely one for sure.
One for sure.
It's kind of weak, but we'll put it
yeah.
out there. There were some real crazy fuckers out this week. We didn't want to talk about them because they were just their stories were.
I mean, there was some ring knocking incident too.
Yeah. There's a few. So we got a lot of input from a lot of people this week about people we should be putting on for this. However, their crimes were so horrific that everybody already knows they're a fucking scumbag.
Yeah,
so
it's
there's
hard to
no
make-
need to beat it in.
Right. It's
anywhere.
hard to make fun of some of these guys too because it gives me a pit in my stomach about it. I don't like talking
Yeah,
about it. It
yeah.
And
ruins
if
the
you check
humor
the
of it.
mailbox, some people are actually sending in their Article 15s. We don't want to see those.
Well,
I mean,
oh shit,
I
I
do.
forgot one actually. We're supposed to put one up, but
yeah. Well,
Scotty was actually on.
Yeah, Scotty sent
leave.
us. Scotty sent us his NJP. We
Yeah.
have to make sure we black out the.
Yeah. No, it's social. I'm gonna keep that in. Fuck that.
Yeah.
He's not here today.
But-
He gets the socials
Fuck
gets
your
put on.
credit karma.
He's a Marine, man. We have no credit.
Well, yeah. So we're
It's
gonna
'cause
get
of those fucking
We're gonna do
Mustangs,
this.
man.
We got a scumbag here.
Dodge trucks.
A scumbag who's he's shady, so he gets on there. And then we've got a after that we're gonna give you a choice here. You guys pick it. We're gonna pick it. We're gonna go through it. So
Yeah.
Sami, why don't you hit up
All right. Scumbag service member number 1, Sean Pierre Hobbs.
which by the way, there was no photo of this guy. So Hobbs, I went with the closest thing was it Hobbs and Shaw from Fast and Furious. So he's locked up. That's the closest thing I get was fucking.
I don't know if that was from Fast and Furious.
Well, it was Dwayne the Rock Johnson just locked up in a
pretty
shack.
cock
I
diesel.
thought it
motherfucker.
was- What a beast.
What a beast.
Go on.
Federal agents in El Paso arrested an Army National Guard soldier. God, National Guard again.
The nasty girls.
Who is also a New York City Rikers Island correction officer accused of falsifying military paperwork and signatures in a work fraud scheme.
Wait, that's illegal?
Wait,
Right? I've never done
that would be like
You go to jail
everyone
for
in
that?
admin that I've ever met. All right. Sean Pierre Hobbs, 34, a member of the Connecticut Army National Guard, was arrested Monday in El Paso on federal wire fraud and aggravated identity theft charges out of Manhattan. Okay, well, now I can see it.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
El Paso County Jail
Yeah,
records
it's-
show that Hobbs of Roosevelt, New York, was booked by the FBI. He is being held pending extradition and has not been disclosed why Hobbs was in El Paso. Drugs, probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Allegedly. Hobbs is accused of defrauding the Department of Veterans Affairs and the New York City Department of Corrections. The U.S. Attorney's Office alleges that Hobbs submitted to his employer false paid memos for paid leave with the U.S. Department of Defense. U.S. Department of Defense seal. Okay. And National Guard letterhead.
No one's reading.
Okay, got it. While falsely claiming to have served hundreds of days of military duty that he had not served. At the same time, Hobbs also allegedly faxed fake documents to the VA.
What the fuck is faxing shit?
The
What?
VA.
It's the VA,
Yeah,
dude.
true.
They don't. They
Yeah,
haven't
fair enough,
updated
fair
it.
enough.
There's. I think they just discovered email this last year.
When they get their modems to work.
Yeah, they're still on dial-up. To the VA, that false claim he worked hundreds of hours at the Department of Corrections, which he hadn't worked. Officials said he is accused of forging the names and signatures of a National Guard platoon leader and non-commissioned officer and a corrections employee in the scheme. Source: Stars and the Stripes.
He had the commander's signature.
I'm kind of curious what this whole scheme was involved. Like, what was he gaining out of
He's
this?
trying to get, I don't know.
Like,
Pay.
how much extra
Pay,
leave did he get?
Change. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Seems
just got to
like
be
a
about
lot
pay.
a lot of work. I mean,
That's a lot of work
Yeah.
to try to get extra
at
money.
first you're like, oh, you just sign here, and then you go, oh, then it's getting worse. And
I mean, I
worse,
guess it's
and-
one thing just to go up to go up to the admin and just be like, yo, dude, can you kind of lose my leave paperwork so they don't dock me my leave but take me off the roster for the next month?
Right.
It's one thing to do that, but
wasn't our worst scumbag we've had so far on the show, but that's why luckily we
Yeah.
got some.
I'm also interested to know what rank he is. Because
Yeah,
this
they didn't
sounds of
say it.
like some
Yeah.
salty E7
Well,
or E8.
no, wait. Here's the thing is, in the article I was reading, he joined military not too long ago, like just the last few years.
Oh,
so
really?
He's actually not that high up.
probably got a shame shield.
He might be, or from what it said, I think it was like early, what was it, 2015 or something like that. I don't know the exact date.
Yeah.
We can
Okay.
look it up.
No, it's the Army, so he's probably at least an E8 by now.
Yeah, that's how. Well, National Guard, absolutely. That's pretty
National Guard, yeah.
super easy to
Just
pop them right up there.
yeah. Word.
All right, so
Level
we had a little extra here. PD, you wanna
Yeah.
take over the
Scumbag scenario number 2. This one is the you decide. We want to know and hear from you. You tell us who you think is the real scumbag here. Is it Sergeant Major Christian Bull or Sergeant Juan Gamez or both? A former Marine has released a viral video. Or neither. Yeah, that's an option too. So in this viral video, he claims shows a sergeant major conducting an unauthorized search of his home, but a spokesman for the Corps says that is a false accusation. Juan Gamez tweeted the video, which he claimed revealed the sergeant major from Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 101,
Air
Christian Bull. Yeah. Oh, you air wing people lately.
Yeah, right.
Trespassing at my residence and rummaging through my closet. While enlisted service members are used to first sergeants or sergeants majors inspecting the barracks, the fact that this enlisted leader allegedly walked into a Marine's off-base home unannounced seemed a little over the line and may have appeared to some, particularly current and former junior enlisted Marines, as an abuse of power. However, the Marine Corps is adamant that the video and Gamez's Twitter post don't tell the full story. On the day the video was taken, Gamez was listed in an unauthorized absence status. Gamez has been seen at work the day before, so his command was concerned about his sudden absence.
I'm
And I
sure
get
they
it,
were.
with suicide and all that stuff. It later turned out that the reason he was absent was because he had been arrested by the Coweta County Sheriff's Office.
It just gets better and better. I love this
Oh
one.
my God.
In Georgia for allegedly driving with a suspended driver's license and following another vehicle too closely. Because he had been unresponsive to phone calls and had not been seen, the squadron leadership conducted a health and comfort inspection out of concern for his well-being and was granted access to the apartment. This
In his
makes
off-base
sense.
house. I would sue my landlord over that, by
Well,
the way.
yeah, keep going with it because I finish it off and we'll get really deep in this one.
Yeah. In a phone interview, Gamez acknowledged that he was on unauthorized absence at the time of his arrest in Georgia, explained that his brother had died recently and he was visiting family. He also said he didn't ask for permission to make this and several other family visits because his supervisor had twice refused to process his request to go on terminal leave following his brother's death. Police immediately notified his chain of command while he was taken into custody, Gamez said. The following morning, when he was given his free phone call, he informed his sergeant major of the situation. Gamez's recollection of events are false, saying the chain of command learned that Gamez was being held in Georgia after Bull entered his home. In fact, Bull had prepared himself in case he found Gamez's body, which he went into the Marine's home.
So it's a he said, she said here.
Yep, and that 3 up, 3 down is going to outrank you every time.
Well, you know.
This is a Marine Sergeant Major,
Yes.
so that's 3 up, 4 down, bud.
So,
Ah,
yeah, that's right. Remember they got
yeah.
with
The extra biscuit on the bottom.
Marines. The only time where I'm gonna go the fuck with your rank. We're gonna get into yours in a little while.
touch on that one.
Don't worry.
Give me
It's
such a
messed
headache.
up.
Anyway, but so I watched the video. This guy is rummaging through his shit, by the way.
Yeah,
Which is kind of fucking weird.
it's kind of hard to look for a dead body in someone's dresser drawers.
right.
You know what I mean? Like-
he was
I mean,
going-
how many
you in there?
dildos does he need?
He was going through crap. It was kind of weird. The fact that he got in, which is impressive. How the fuck did you get
Well,
off?
landlord
Well,
keyed him
it
in.
Yeah, I
sounded
get
like the
that.
landlord keyed him in, which again,
He probably gave bullshit excuse.
you're part of the act. He was in uniform, right?
Right, so
you're
he's
part
like,
of active duty
makes it
military.
seems that-
But
yeah.
guess what? You know what active duty military is not allowed to do?
Going
Going
to
to private
They're
residence.
not allowed to go into a private residence,
Right, but
under
I'm
any
sure the
circumstances.
maybe there's a case there for
Not even with exigent circumstance,
Nope.
because that would be a law enforcement
Law
scenario.
enforcement. It has to be a cop. It
Right.
has to be police.
I'm sure the
doing
landlord
wellness
probably was
check.
confused on it or whatever. It was like, oh, okay.
Oh
Probably
yeah, but
felt like weird.
but the landlord could totally get sued because that's a violation
I think
of
he's
their
pretty fucked
lease
there.
agreement.
So, but who is the scumbag and how the fuck?
Okay.
In our eyes, you guys make your own
Let's.
decision. This
I'm
one.
going to break down a couple things. This was an off-base home,
Right.
so again, law enforcement should have been involved.
Mm-hmm.
Second, enlisted Marines in the barracks, we have them rummaging through our shit all the time. We always used to say, if we have to field day our barracks every Thursday, then everyone who lives on base should be field daying their homes every fucking Thursday and be submitting to an inspection because it's government property.
Fair enough.
But apparently that was, we got wives and kids and stuff like that.
Go through that panty drawer.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
What you hide?
Miss, you did not rate these. Your husband does not rate to see anyone in these.
Nice.
Yeah, I can just see that. Honestly, I kind of feel like they're both scumbags.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with if his story checks out with the family thing,
Mhm.
I'm gonna say okay.
Sure, but also
if that's legit.
But also, when he was getting arrested, unless he was like belligerently drunk, I don't see how he couldn't have just told a police officer, be like, "Hey, if you're running me in on a rail, can I just call my command
Supposedly
real quick?"
did or they did or whatever.
No, he
Yeah,
got it when
did.
he got his free phone call. But before he went to jail,
there's
he
some
could have
weird-
called.
That's the thing. There's like, is he full of shit? And what actually happened? Like,
Yeah,
his
I
story
think he's
seems-
gaming the system. Did the smudge cross the line a little bit? Maybe just a little bit, but I
think
think
that-
he had good intentions.
I'm gonna go
Just piss poor
on
execution.
my end. I'm gonna go. That's tough.
It's a
I'm
tough
gonna go
one,
both.
man.
I'm gonna go both a little bit because I saw the video of him rummaging through shit. I'm like, you're,
That's a little excessive.
the way he was. You're looking for a body, or like he was like.
So if you're looking for a body that's
It was a little weird
under the
what he was doing.
bed, in the garage, anywhere you could possibly hide a body, not inside someone's like dresser drawer.
I'm not gonna take any chain of commands fucking response of like, oh no, he didn't. Like, yeah, you're all full of shit. So
There was video.
yeah,
Right.
You're all timing wise. I don't know, but regardless,
Also,
you're all full of shit anyway.
Who was taking the video?
No, that's a. So we have, Camo knows this a little bit more. I don't know, but there's cameras you could just set and record, and it records things like security cameras.
Do you really think this guy had those in his apartment?
Yeah,
Well,
you can
yeah,
have like a
it's-
Nest
yeah,
or
it's-
those
yeah.
Amazon
Have you never heard of security
cameras. and
cameras?
stuff.
No, I've heard of
Like,
security cameras,
This whole
but
place is filled with them. You
yes,
probably
I
see them
know.
all the time.
No, but I mean, like, it could have been like someone there just like filming, like like all these
No. It was
No.
actual
No.
security cameras.
Yeah.
It
Cool.
was like Game had an OnlyFans account.
I'm actually kind of hoping that
He should probably start one, right?
he might actually get out of this, because this could actually just show them rummaging through his shit when they're not allowed to, and he can be like, well, you know what?
Yeah.
You can NJP me, but I could bring you up on civilian charges.
I'm gonna give him both scumbag only because the sergeant major was the way he was looking for a body.
Looking,
Or if he-
yeah.
it didn't. It seemed fucking weird.
We almost need to start a new segment that's going to be like the barracks lawyer.
That's right.
You know?
Barracks lawyer.
Oh man, my barracks lawyer's all the way in fucking Seattle.
Little Law and Order thing going on there. I like that. I think we just got demonetized again for that. Whatever.
Anyway, Roscoe will be commenting on that one for sure.
We'll know. All right. So yeah, you guys decide on that one. It's all over the place. Ranger
Yeah,
Rios.
let us know. We really want to know.
Yeah.
Does Rios have something to say? Anything?
I think they're both scumbags.
He
Welcome
talks.
to the club.
Ranger Rios.
By the way, you're in the
I'm here,
closet.
guys.
You're permanently there now forever. That's just unless you get emergency leave. That's the only way Scotty left.
You know, it'll be great though. He can sit on Scotty's lap, and they're both about. It'll be perfect because he can get both their heads.
Since
Yeah.
your last minute, we're
It's like
gonna
those
get
little
into that in a
babushka
second,
dolls
too.
and stuff, right? One sits inside the other,
Little
and he'll
babushka
sit
doll.
inside
But he-
you.
Ooh.
All right, it is time for our military
Movie review.
All right. And our guest today picked a fucking great
movie.
Yes.
I haven't
good
seen this
choice
one in
here.
like
It
20
is-
years, man.
It was a good refresher. Just to
Yeah.
see it.
Good morning, Vietnam.
All right. God damn, that felt good to do that. I was about to buy some retro mics for this episode just for that. Then I realized we ran out of fucking money because none of you guys are buying some shirts, fucking spending some money because we're barely keeping the lights on here.
We're barely keeping the lights on here, folks. Also, we're looking at adding an actual model of a Blue Falcon to give to your unit's Blue Falcon whenever you.
Yeah. It's
Film-
going to be really expensive. Can we stop trying to? I can't afford this shit anymore.
We're looking into
You're
it.
killing me.
We're looking into it. We're going to max out OG's credit card on these.
Anybody willing to sponsor?
First sergeant's not going to be happy.
I love doing this show, but
You know, in order to approve Scott's leave packet, we should have mandated him stand in front of like a bridge with a sign, homeless veteran. You know, just like
pretty good. That'd be pretty good. All right. Good morning, Vietnam. 1987. All right. In 1965, an Orthodox DJ named Adrian Cornrow. I can't.
Crown Hour.
Crown Hour. Sorry. I can't read right now. I told you. Begins to shake things up when he's assigned to a U.S. Armed Service radio station in Vietnam. I hate IMDb's bullshit fucking titles of these things. I always copy them just so I can make fun of them. Dude, Robin Williams.
Pretty accurate, though.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Great fucking movie. It's plays an airman. Awesome choice.
Yeah,
Being an airman.
absolutely. I had to do it. It was the only movie that I could really recollect that has Air Force as the priority and as the mainstay.
And knowing that you were coming on, I actually looked into it too. Like, what other Air Force movies are there? And there isn't much out there. I mean, you have like Air Force One, But Good Morning.
That's not.
Which
Yeah,
is
Transformers,
not-
Transformers has a lot of
Yeah.
Got, what's his name in it?
The Air Force
Yeah,
Special
the
Forces.
JSOC
yeah, the
thing
special
there.
forces
That's some
guy
JSOC
that gets.
guy.
And then we
bumped up.
talked about the Chapman movie that's coming out
Chapman's-
about
I'm
you know,
actually excited for that.
It's coming out, but it's
Jake
not out
Gyllenhaal,
yet.
Yeah.
But it's not out yet.
Air
But
Force-
there really isn't much
There
out
was some
there.
older shit though back in the day.
Yeah,
though.
there was like stuff for World War II, but that was back when it was still Army Air Corps.
No, even after they had some Korean shit they were coming out with after they had. A few
was right
things.
when the
Vietnam
divorce
stuff.
happened.
They had a
Yeah,
couple
here-
little small things.
Here and
they
there a
were
little
they
bit,
weren't
but
that great.
nothing that was projected and God, I
okay.
cannot. I can't
Portrayed.
talk.
No, dude,
Portrayed.
It's Sunday.
There
We get
go.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, Air
Uh,
America. No, that was CIA. Never mind.
As well as this was, and showing just kind of how we react to different stuff and how we act just as it is not knowing what Army rank looks like half the time.
No,
Right.
well, same. Vice versa. We're gonna get into that in a little bit too.
Yeah.
'cause I'm-
But
no,
great-
but yeah, it's hilarious. Like the chill airman comes in. Like,
Oh yeah, it comes in on the rotator in pajamas and slippers.
Right. And you don't even know that he's just a.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. He was wearing his Air Force blue bottoms, but he was,
Was
just,
he? The bottoms?
So that
Okay,
goes
you-
into
you-
notable quotables
All right.
coming up. But yeah, Greek camouflage.
Right.
No, that
I also
the
like
cover.
the fact that you didn't know that he was a lower enlisted airman also.
Oh, yeah,
Because he
because-
gives his whole
And Forrest Whitaker keeps calling him sir.
sir, like
Yeah.
even though he
Right.
goes, we're the same rank. But I don't know. All right, well, let's get Sam to get in his fucking crazy
All
notes.
right, so we got Good Morning Vietnam, starring Robin Williams in the title role, Adrian Cronauer, Forrest Whitaker playing Edward Garlick, Bruno Kirby playing Lieutenant Stephen Hawk.
Which God, what a fucking
Fucking so good.
douchey
I'm
piece of
funny.
shit.
That
I'm
was his
funny.
role.
Yeah,
I know, but he did so well.
He did it so
so
well.
good,
So well.
What else was that guy in, by the way?
He was in City Slickers.
That's what it was.
Mhm.
Okay,
He was in a
He's
couple
so
other.
Fucking
he was in a
familiar.
few other movies too. He was big in the '80s.
But he did that dipshit LT role so fucking
yes, he
well.
did. Let's see. JT Walsh is Sergeant Major Dickerson.
Dude, he did that Sergeant Major really well. I give him props. Dude.
No,
Like, he
to
did
a
a
T.
really good Sergeant Major.
Yes, he did.
Like a real cocksucker Sergeant Major. Once again, cocksucking, it's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's 2021. We're all cool with that.
Yep.
But, dude, he did a great... Yeah. Earlier drill.
Man.
I don't like bring things up, but I'm a piece of shit.
Just a tip.
Just a tip. Just a tip. Yeah, dude, he did a great Sergeant Major,
Yep.
though.
And then Noel Willingham as General Taylor.
Dude, that guy. So he was the
Hilarious.
guy from Ace Ventura.
Yep.
Yep.
He was the owner of. He was the owner of the fucking Miami Dolphins, right? in that
I
movie?
believe so. Yeah.
Dude, him as a general. Dude, I love how everyone was like always talking to him like he was
Yep.
a Joe. I'm sitting here like
Yep.
that's a. I know he's only a 1-star.
fucking
Yeah.
General.
I know he's only a 1-star, but I'm like, it's a fucking general. Everyone's like, well, you know what they're doing this. I'm like, I'm sitting here
The
like,
Sergeant Major mouthing off to him was my
Yeah, I
favorite.
was like,
Oh yeah.
you know, Sergeant Major balls. I'll give him that. I could see a little crusted, but it's still a fucking general. At one
Yeah.
point, I'm like, it's a general.
Yeah.
Like, is even me, who's quite the dipshit of a soldier, I know a general. I go, unless I know him, like, hey, bud.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're a close friend, I'm not gonna be like, the fuck is this?
Also, that guy looks the same age in every movie he's in.
Great role. Great general. Hilarious general too. All right, keep going.
Great
with
role.
that
Yeah. All right. So, first note of the day: the dry as fuck radio host that they introduce you to, like right when it starts off, just
yeah.
fucking so great. It reminded me.
It
It reminded me of being overseas and listening to like AFN radio,
AFN sucked.
and it's like, oh god, you
Guys keep
people
knocking
fucking
AFN. Come on.
You know, but it was like we've all seen Good Morning Vietnam. We know you're capable of doing better AFN. Just please do that. But yes, that it just reminded me of that, and just being like out there and be like, all right, dude, put in that fucking Chingy CD again. You know what I mean? Like back when we still had CDs.
Monotone.
Yeah, monotone. Wash your razor off with cold water. Your beard will thank you. You know, like it's just so stupid.
I know.
Yeah,
It was good though.
yeah.
I like that though.
It showed a nice contrast
because
between
he
what
comes
Robin
in
Williams' character
and
does.
He just
yeah.
walks in and does the Good Morning Vietnam thing, and you're like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, giving away OPSEC in the broadcast in the opening scene where they're talking about like where the units are going to be playing baseball and shit. This is back in fucking Vietnam where you're allowed to just go out and fucking town on leave and go to a bar and get beer and
Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
do whatever. It's like, oh, but we're going to tell Charlie exactly where we're going to be playing. You know?
Was
Like,
Charlie listening though? Maybe.
that
Probably.
later in the
Probably.
movie it
Probably.
showed that.
You know.
Notable lines in this. This is the setting for a London broil when they were talking about how hot it was in Vietnam. Let's see. The sergeant major being a hard ass, kind of already touched on that in the beginning. Like he just came off just like a pure homegrown cocksucker.
That actor play. What's his name again? Was it
JT Walsh.
JT Walsh.
What else was he in? Because he always he's typecasted as that piece of shit.
I looked it up the other day on IMDb, and it's just
Somebody get on that shit.
He does a lot of like
roles.
character acting stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like, yeah.
I'm trying to remember where he
He's
was
never
a
the
dick.
main character.
No,
He's always a dick.
he's always like a second side
And
secondary.
it's always a dick though.
Yeah, he never
Asshole-
plays a
asshole
funny character.
character.
Yeah.
Through the '90s, I remember seeing him as always like playing that dick
Yeah.
role. Like he's that face, like
Or a
suck your
villain. He's either a
typecast.
villain or he's just like the dick.
You
That's,
get that.
yeah.
That's horrible. That typecast. You're always known as like
Whatever,
the
dude.
piece
You're
of
always going to
shit.
have work.
True.
I mean, I'm sure.
Asshole.
I'm sure he's a fun guy to have a beer with.
Probably.
Right, right.
But yeah, great sergeant major role once again. All right,
Yeah.
keep going though.
Notable lines, like we were saying before. Crete camouflage. If you want to blend in with drunken Greeks, is nothing better. Yeah. So when he gets off the plane, he literally looks like he's getting off like a beach in Santorini. You know?
Yeah, it was and all he had was like his army cover on. Really.
Yeah.
That I noticed.
His
No,
Air
you-
Force,
you
his
know,
Air Force
the
cover and
flight hat,
pants.
the flight
Yeah.
hat.
Yeah.
flight cap.
The cunt cap.
Yeah.
Yes.
The piss
Yes.
cutter. Let's see.
Thank
The
God the army got rid of that one.
It's coming back with the pinks and greens.
No,
Word.
I thought we
Yeah.
were keeping the beret at least.
No, that's only gonna be like command authorized.
No Brett
Oh,
for you.
But yeah,
Bus
we're getting
driver
the
hat
cunt caps
though?
back.
No bus driver hat. Just officers.
No, they're gonna no.
Yeah, you get both, probably.
The crushed brown caps
The
coming
brush
back.
yeah, the bus driver.
but
crushed.
standard issue in your clothing bag is gonna be the cunt cap.
But it's gonna be low cup can. It's not the old one like the greens.
Oh,
version.
I remember the green ones, man. The big peaks.
It looks like you're selling fucking hot dogs. That was horrible.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway,
Hey,
sorry.
I mean, that was
We'll
most
get into that
appropriate
later.
army
Yeah,
uniform.
that's
Anyway.
smoke
Anyway,
bit.
we'll
Let's
talk
get back
about
in the
that
movie.
later.
Yeah.
All right. The chaplain on the air. So I'm just going to say this. AFN, military, no one, and I do mean no one, in the service ever fucking wants to hear a religious figure on the goddamn radio.
Well, don't say no one. There's people out there.
Yeah, they don't count.
You atheist. Fuck you.
No, it's not.
There's good Christians that listen to this show, and Jewish and Muslim and whoever
Fair.
the hell.
Fair.
yeah.
And you know what they want to hear? Music. All right. They don't want. They don't.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's what weekend services are for, to get out of work. Anyway, yeah, and again, the chaplain was just dry as fuck too.
Oh yeah, everybody was.
Yeah, it like total like just
What was the other guy? God damn it. What was his name? The curly haired dude.
yeah, the one that played the reporter in Tim Burton's Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was the closest thing to actually being funny.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
he was
He
a
was.
staff sergeant in his, from what I can see.
Yes, he was.
Yes.
Yes, he was an Army staff sergeant. Let's see. Okay. Next notable line, as I'm sure you all remember. Good morning, Vietnam.
Oh, love that shit.
Yeah. The music in this movie is fantastic and just shows that Vietnam as a generation just had the best fucking music
Absolutely.
for
Yeah.
war.
It was like unison across the board,
Agreed.
too. There was no, like, everybody just fucking enjoyed. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. White guys did. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I talked to a few of my friends today. They're like, you got a lot of white jokes. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
What I expected. That's what I have.
We're not allowed to make jokes about anyone else. Not in this day and age.
Go on. I know I'll at least get one thumbs up on that one.
And now we're getting into Bruno Kirby's character, the dork fucking lieutenant.
Dude, this guy, he did
I
so
deserve
well.
a salute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe
I believe I'm owed a salute. I'm funny. First of all, if you're an
Yeah.
officer and you have to tell your junior enlisted that you deserve a salute or that you are the lieutenant or that you are in charge, guess what? You are not.
Yeah.
Nope.
Nope. You're out.
But yeah, like just him just
No, he was good because he had to replace him at some point. He was doing all the
polka.
The polka
that was a
music.
good.
but he had like the
polka.
horn honking too.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Sir, don't do this. Don't do this. You're not funny.
You're not funny. I'm very funny.
But you were laughing. I was something else.
Yeah.
Let's see. Number 10. Great example of how higher ranks forget what people want and need in combat.
Well, yeah.
Right?
The higher up you go,
The lieutenant,
they just
the
disconnect.
sergeant major
It's a
just showed like
disconnect.
the disconnect from the troops on the ground. When the troops
Right.
on the ground were like writing in saying, hey, we want him back. We want him back. We want him back. And they're just saying, well, he's playing inappropriate music. He's talking about
I
inappropriate
love how that's
things.
inappropriate back then too. So
Yeah,
crazy
yeah.
time.
But
right?
it's do you not understand? These people are about to die. Guess what? The last thing that they want to they want appropriate.
yeah,
Yeah,
especially your army
And-
the Corps
and
mostly out there
Vietnam
on the ground.
and
Yeah.
fucking Vietnam.
a few air boys doing their shit
In
around there. Well, a lot of air boys
1965.
doing stuff around there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he gets his ass chewed the first time, the sentence in nothing but acronyms.
Yeah.
If that ain't
So
the
good,
fucking
dude.
military,
Oh my
I don't know
God.
what is. What is it?
So close.
Oh, I don't remember the acronyms, but that he was saying, but they were fucking great. Everything was fantastic there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and just even talking shit to the lieutenant in acronym.
Yeah,
it was great.
yeah. What was? Oh god damn! I wish I remembered which one he said. That FGB by LZ.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. He's just throwing shit out.
It was so quick. And
That's Robin Williams though. He was just on
Well,
point
and-
all
yeah,
the fucking
piece
time.
of trivia on this too. Every one of the broadcasts that it was shown in the movie that he was doing, Robin Williams, those were not scripted. He
Right.
ad-libbed
ad-libbed
the entire
everything.
thing.
always
yeah,
him.
that's-
That's always been his
that's-
thing.
Yeah. And that's just made it just that extra special touch. So like you could tell like when you see like the other cast members like in those scenes actually laughing, it was genuine laughter.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Like he was genuinely
It's Robin
cracking
Williams, though,
everybody
I mean-
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss you, bud.
Yeah. And again, playing brilliant. The bar fight, fucking fantastic.
Dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
The banter in it when he headbutts dude in the face and then goes
first
to head,
one? Yeah,
and
the
then goes to
second
headbutt the second one, hits him in the chest.
It's like, shit. Anytime, fellas. You know, I love that. That was great.
Yeah.
The balls on him, dude. That was awesome. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the cock diesel fuckers. Girls.
My favorite was when he's teaching the English classes and just like, no, we're not doing textbook shit. Like this is what you need to know on the street, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give you the
Slap me
real
some
thing.
skin.
Slap me some
Give me some
skin.
No, that was pretty good.
Yeah, the English class was
Yeah.
good. Yeah. More notable lines. What does 3 up and 3 down mean to
favorite
you,
one.
Airmen? End of an ending?
End of an
End of an inning?
It
Yes.
means nothing.
Dude, I love that. 3 up, 3 down. End of an inning. That was so fucking good, dude. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
well, you guys, you don't even have. Was it 1 up and then everything goes down, right? Or
No,
it
no,
goes
so
2.
it
What's the fire
goes
goes
3 up.
3 up and then like no.
Five down all the way.
Mhm.
So that you have the chevron, and then you have 5 stripes going down.
So 1 up. A shitload.
1 up is a master sergeant.
Okay.
and then it
we're gonna
goes-
get.
You want to talk about confusing
Band
ranks?
Okay, we'll
right?
get-
Bandit.
Like
All
ours
right,
are
we'll
almost
get
I'm
there.
already
We'll get there. We'll get there.
20 years in, and right? Like even fucking Rios is like, shut the fuck up. Like, fucking ranks suck.
Listen here, Ranger Rios.
Like, I don't want to hear about your fucking shitty ranks. All right, keep going though.
All right. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. We already touched on the English class. Huh? His news reports that he does in this absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Again, ad-libbed. The Nixon speech highlights.
Oh my god! Yeah, when he just like dubs in his own voice.
Yeah,
Is it-
Where
was
they
it-
wanted him to cover like the Nixon speech, and he just like kind of like edited it like he was interviewing him, and then cut and pasted
Send
Nixon
me, like,
saying,
testicles.
"Yeah." And then when they bring him up to the general, the former vice president is such a kind and caring man, and the general's like, "Bullshit! I know,
I
the
know
man.
that. He's an asshole.
He's an asshole." I say that as a near and dear friend.
That's why I loved him as the general. Like he was
Yeah.
like a fucking great one star.
yeah.
Yeah.
He did that role so well because he's actually played once again. He's played a scumbag a few times. That general has,
Yeah,
and so to see him in like this cheery,
yeah. Last
like,
Boy Scout.
yeah, Last Boy Scout definitely.
Word.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, him playing that like cheerful role was like loving it.
Mhm.
And I'm like, first of all, you're a fucking general. Why is the rest? That's the only part that pissed me off on the movie. Is like you're a fucking general.
Yeah,
Just sick.
Like, he puts everyone in their place eventually.
They're ladies.
Yeah, the propaganda war in Vietnam shown on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
But well, they only talked about like all the nice, warm, and fuzzy stories instead of really what was going on.
Well,
right.
Yeah.
You
Control
know,
the
It
narrative.
was 65. It was 65, right when they were
Yeah.
saying it. Yeah,
Yes.
right in the
and
beginning.
and they were talking about that. You know, and they're like editing all that stuff out, and it's like, oh, this is kind of what the guys want to hear about. This is
Yeah.
what they want to know. They're like, oh, if we call this a war, we could talk about this stuff. But since it's a policing action,
Yeah, that's
you know, like that to me like kind of showed a lot of the time, which is also one of the reasons why people were so irate back in the States.
yeah.
Uh,
Carry on. Getting depressed.
what? Oh, the lieutenant going on the radio to replace him and then just completely bombing.
yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely great.
Yes.
Great scene in the entire movie. Like, especially when all the guys in the box are just saying, "Just don't do this, sir. Don't do it. Don't go on. You're not funny. You were laughing at what I wrote the other day. I was
You're
laughing
not
at
funny.
something else. You know,
Right.
like,
Yeah, that was- yeah. All
Yeah.
right.
Notable lines. Hold on, I got Captain Hawk sucks sucks the sweat off a dead man's balls, and I have no idea what that means, sir, but it seemed very negative.
That was a good one.
That was a fan letter that was sent about the lieutenant, which is fucking fantastic. And then next notable line: a man doesn't refer to Pat Boone as a beautiful genius if everything is all right.
Yeah.
Oh man, and that goes into when they try to get him fragged.
Yeah.
When the sergeant major literally tried to get him fragged by the NBA.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That was.
So you already have hatred built up for this fucking cocksucker. Fucking sorry. I'm sorry with the cocksucker comments. It happens a lot. Sorry, my dad called me one all my life. I don't know what the hell that's all about. You really? I guess I have pretty lips. I don't know. But he was such a piece of shit.
Yes.
You know, and that part, you're like, dude, this guy fucking sucks.
Yes.
It makes you really hate this.
Well, and the lieutenant was kind of complacent in that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
They try to kill him in this shit. It's like, that's fucked up. So, anyway, great fucking movie.
Fantastic movie.
Yes.
And if you haven't seen it, like I hadn't seen it in 20 years until it
believe-
came down, and I rewatched it, and I'm like, wow, I totally forgot how funny how funny this movie is.
It was not his best. In my opinion, one of his best, but definitely
it's up
way
there.
up there.
It's up there.
It's up there. It's like top 5.
Definitely top 5.
It's also rated
Definitely
in the top within the top 100 American comedies of all time.
I mean, yes, dude, I love him.
I've switched to unwatered down whiskey now.
All right, we're getting the ratings on this one because what a great fucking movie it's been.
It is a fantastic movie. Sorry about the little technical difficulties there.
Yeah, slight little glitch there. Sorry about that.
Turns out it was just outgoing fire, not incoming.
Right.
You know what?
All right, who's up first? Let's give PD your review on this one.
Definitely 4.5 stars.
Nice.
Just knocked off that half because it's little brother Air Force.
Oh,
but no,
boo.
Only reason?
the only reason.
Stars? It's Hooah's, buddy. Get that shit together. Come on.
Who is?
Right, so we got 4.5 Hooahs.
Boom.
But yeah, just solid all the way around. Love the comedy. Love Robin Williams.
All right, Sami.
I gave it a solid 4 Hooahs! And mostly because it is loosely based on the life of Adrian Cronauer, so it wasn't 100% accurate on that. There was a lot of embellishment that happened. Other than that, though, I thought it was a very good movie.
Something I want to bring up before that, the loosely based thing. Wasn't Pat Sajak part of this whole thing? Like his career had to do something around that.
He was in a similar field, but it wasn't based on
He
the
might have been in
I know, I thought
broadcasting in the military, too.
I thought he had
but
something to do with him on it.
with Robin Williams being in it?
No,
or
not
with
Robin
Adrian
Williams,
Cronauer?
with Adrian Cronauer.
I don't know. I didn't see anything to
Okay.
that effect, but I'm sure that if there might be something out there to that effect.
All right.
I might have to dig a little deeper into it.
Ranger Rios was late on the thing. We're not gonna give him a rank system, but we're gonna give Scotty, since he's not here, since he put his input on that, and Scotty gave it a 5 out of 5. So
Hey.
I don't think
Yeah.
he gave us any reasons for that.
I'm gonna do my best Scotty impersonation.
It's a really good movie, and I really liked it. Go Marine Corps.
Love you, Scotty. Please don't hate me on that one.
Love
All
you,
right?
Scotty. Can't wait to have you back next week.
Well, yeah, I thought it was a really good movie.
All right. So that was Scotty's review. So I gave it 4.5. Hooahs. It was right there. It was almost at that 5. There was a couple little things. It's the little bullshit things that get me that always notch it down for me that I couldn't, even though it's Robin Williams. Love the fucking dude. Love the movie. Love everything about it.
It was also a
But there's
comedy,
absolutely-
and you naturally give comedies a little bit less.
the whole I don't know, there was some BS shit with it when it came to the Viet Cong thing, and just kind of threw me off a pinch.
Once
and-
again, like I said, when I said it was like loosely based, like I'm sure
Yeah.
those aspects, like when they tried to frag him and stuff, I don't think that necessarily happened.
I probably
I
would
think that
have
was
given
thrown in for like dramatic
I
effect
would have
more
given
than
it a
anything.
5. I just had to take it down just a little bit because it was there's some parts of it that the ending actually also the way it kind of just cut off of him.
Yeah, it was kind of a very abrupt ending.
Yeah,
Right.
that's actually mostly why it did too for me, like realistically. But
I can see that.
All right, and then Tony's.
All right. Now, obviously, I have to give.
Air Force, man.
You don't
Okay,
have to
I
do
like
anything.
that. I like
You-
that.
What
We
you know
can-
why we went with Chuck Norris?
Yeah,
though?
because we can always refer back to Chuck Norris was in the Air Force.
fuck yeah,
also-
and what's everybody
Absolutely.
other than 2 fucking Uzis?
He's also an
Oh,
honorary
absolutely.
Marine. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Is he really?
He is.
I did not know that.
He did.
Yeah, they gave him a certificate saying.
Man, you guys
it-
know a lot
back in
about
like
I know.
2005.
I mean,
man.
of course, the Marines always hit to steal our best stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know.
What do you mean steal your? Well, okay, yeah.
Exactly.
Fair enough, right?
Exactly.
It
But
was
you don't have
tactically
five, though.
acquired.
Sorry,
Yes,
we didn't
and-
get to steal the F-22. We get the F-35.
It's a really sore subject with him.
He really hates that F-35.
Yeah.
Every episode.
God, do I hate the F-35.
It's amazing we didn't have a Joe Rogan drop during the episode.
Wait, we're not
We
done
did
yet.
now.
Okay.
All right, so give me your.
So, I mean, obviously, I have to give it five air powers that I call it.
all
Air
right.
power.
So,
Look at that, air
you know
power.
what? Air power.
Is that what you guys say?
Back in 2006 during basic, yeah.
Air power.
Air power.
Air power.
Air power. After we sang the Air Force song every morning, which
You guys
I
have a song?
yeah. Don't ask me to sing it. I only know the
Please.
first like 2 lines.
Oh, that's fine.
No.
Can we hear it?
All right. Off we go into the wild blue.
All right, it's good enough.
yonder.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, all right.
Off we go.
Moving on.
Fuck off.
Exactly. Yeah, it was stupid. I don't remember most of it. I didn't even know it when I was in there. I just
Over
hummed.
hills,
I just
over
hummed.
dales, we have.
All right.
So
That's a
five-
shame you don't know it
five.
because you're coming up for your promotion board tomorrow.
No, see the way that my DD 214 is worded, I don't have to worry about that.
Nice. Lucky bastard.
Absolutely.
First civ div.
So what 5?
Couch
You gave it
Battalion
5 'cause-
remote company.
Yeah, gave it 5. It's Air Force. It's a great movie.
Absolutely.
Even with the small little nuances that could have.
But they don't bother you, obviously.
They don't bother me.
You're not anal like we are over here.
Robin Williams is a great actor.
Absolutely.
Everything he's done, I believe, is pretty much turned to gold.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic.
So,
Yeah, Mork
Yeah.
and Mindy was a great show.
I mean, you just.
Okay.
I mean, you just take it for what it is.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's a great movie. I enjoyed every minute of
Absolutely.
rewatching it again.
Actually, one of my best Robin Williams things is when he's on the base, whether it was in Iraq or Afghanistan. I think it was Iraq, and they start playing Retreat, and it just stops like in the middle of his show. I don't know. You guys ever seen that clip on YouTube?
Yeah. When you, like, everyone turns around.
It's like, what the fuck is coming from there? Everybody just stops and looks that way.
What a great man. Miss him.
Just
Great shit. Great movie.
comedic
Yes.
genius
Yes.
and great movie.
All right. It is time for
Smoking
Smoke.
and joking.
All
bit.
right.
Which we were doing a little bit of that just a minute ago.
in our little glitch we had there. It's all right.
Minor details.
We're
Yeah,
only
OG had to work out some technical difficulties.
Yeah, you know. Episode 5, think I could figure everything out.
Mhm.
All right, so we're gonna grill the shit out of our
All right.
Airmen.
airmen. Yes, that's
should be
right. I was
fun.
like, I almost lost it for a second.
I normally like it medium rare, but we're gonna do well done today.
All right. So we're gonna start out basic before we grill the fuck out of you here.
Good movie.
You know, was it? I mean, it was.
no, it
anyway,
wasn't.
we'll get into that one later.
All right.
All right. So first of all, why'd you join the Air Force?
I went in right out of high school.
Okay.
I was done with school.
Okay.
Clearly,
Yeah.
I mean they don't really take you when you're still in high school. Best of my
Actually,
Delayed entry.
That's right. They do.
Delayed entry.
yeah,
you
but you
could do-
don't go to boot camp during delayed entry.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you
you
go
can.
You go your summer between
Junior and
June,
senior year, you'll do basic, and then once you're done
Wait, fuck off!
graduating,
What?
They had this. Yeah. Yeah.
So I was working, 2 jobs basically.
Mm-hmm.
I was working at Brookfield Zoo as a security guard and doing whatever else, and
Mm-hmm.
just didn't want to go to college. I didn't think I was college material.
there wasn't a big enough market for handing out ZJs.
You know what? It was more into not quite.
Yeah.
Not quite. The market just wasn't there.
So wait a
so I had
minute,
to
wait a
move
minute.
on.
You went into the Air Force because you thought you weren't college material? I thought the Marines just had that one on. I'm just,
Hey, wait a second.
Wait a second. I thought you actually had to tell the Air Force, yeah, I was accepted to these schools right here. Like Harvard just, I just couldn't afford it. I need the Federation to pay my way.
You chose the best branch, in my opinion, for sure.
Disagree.
I was torn
course.
between different things. Both my grandfathers served in the Navy during World War II. So
Back
there
when
was-
Navy was fucking Navy.
When Navy was
right?
Navy.
No, no.
and-
Well, all right, yeah, I'm
I
not
know-
Navy, but
Back when the Navy was gay porn hard.
fucking good shit, dude.
Get your finger out of there.
So, I mean, obviously torn between the family heritage of the Navy and then just trying to see what would give me the best options when I was done. Looking forward, trying to plan as best as I could.
Right,
I mean, I
okay.
suck at planning as it is, but
When you're 18,
when you're 18, you just want to get out of your hometown and
yeah.
experience
Okay.
life.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Totally
Yeah.
understand that.
Can respect all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all that's
I mean,
good shit.
yeah.
All right. So your job and why you picked it, because explain your job a little bit here.
So my job in the Air Force was air transportation. The AFSC was 2T251. I ended up as a 5 level. That second to last number changes depending on your job skill level.
Okay.
So
Wait. That was your whole MOS designation right
Yes.
It's long as shit, right?
there? Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
That's why it's the Air Force.
That's how they
It's-
keep
oh,
guys like
yeah.
you and me out of there. Like, so many numbers.
It's way too many, man. I had 4. 4 fucking numbers.
Yeah.
Wow, that's even more than
Yeah.
the Army.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, but you guys you have like 2 and then like an
A letter.
alphanumeric.
Yeah.
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 25U, baby. Too easy.
So it all different. Can get into a whole thing with the differentiation of the specialty codes. And
Yeah,
stuff
because
like
I
that,
tried
but-
looking some of it up, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
is going
so-
on? Army no read good. Over here.
Oh, there's letters and numbers.
Yeah, what's
This
going
isn't
on?
algebra.
There's so many of them.
Dude, I would have
Yeah.
forgotten that shit and locked myself out of my phone.
Yeah, because I looked it up, and I was like, "What the fuck? Is he that or that?" So, all right,
Yeah,
keep
so
going though.
the lower the first number, the closer to the flight line you are.
Okay.
On the flight, obviously 1A whatever is going to be on the plane while it's flying, everything
right.
like that. My job being 2T2, 2 Tango 2, dealt with everything before it took off and everything after it landed.
Okay.
So passengers flying Space A on the airplanes.
Space A travel.
Space
by the
A
way.
travel, we man the
Good
passenger
shit, by the
terminal,
way.
do
Should
the
probably
X-rays,
explain
all
what
that
Space
stuff.
A is.
So
Yeah. Go ahead. You know better
Space
than I do.
A, yeah. Space A, basically, if you're active military reserve with a letter from your commander and everything, National Guard, you can basically fly space available on military transport planes wherever they're going.
For those of you that don't
and
know.
for very, very cheap.
Yeah, like bucks, like a few bucks, right?
Yeah, a few bucks. I think you can
Isn't it just enough to buy the pilots McDonald's?
Basically,
barely.
right?
It's basically to cover any taxes and fees asserted by the FAA.
Yeah, because I know
and
guys
stuff
that pay like
so-
$30 to get from Germany to DC.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Oh
that
yeah,
shit.
you can.
Why don't I
mean,
just buy the pilot breakfast and just call it a day? Like, yo, dude.
So
I know you're in the pilot's lounge, man. I got a shot of Jack Daniels ready for you, man.
So passenger service, there's all the cargo that goes on the planes, cargo manifesting, hazardous material certification, inspecting that stuff. And then even the dirty jobs that we like to call fleet service. The guys out there in the LSTs, latrine service trucks.
So the
shit out.
honeysuckers.
Yeah, clean the poop out.
The
All
poop
right,
and
topic
scoop
one
out.
we had on, huh?
Yeah. Clean the lavatory. So
Awesome.
So are you
Yeah.
familiarized with like those, what is it, KC, whatever, the fuel?
KC-40.
that's...
46.
So the refueling tankers, yeah, I'm a little familiar with those. Not the KC-46 in particular because those weren't exactly out yet. But
Wait. So that's a
there's-
new plane?
That's
that
a
they're having
new-
this
yeah.
issue with?
Yeah,
That just
that's a
bottles
new
the mind
plane.
even more.
Yeah,
That's a new
like when it's
plane.
all like wrapped up in a bottle.
But it
Yeah,
said the
so-
80s on there. They well, maybe
I guess they've been using the
It might
same
have been the
latrine
unit.
unit
Oh,
from the
same
80s.
latrine
Yeah,
unit
they've
from
been
the 80s.
using
That's
the
what it was.
same
All right.
Yeah.
system.
Army don't read good.
Yeah.
If
the
it
same-
worked back then, it'll work in the future.
Yeah, no, it
But
doesn't.
it clearly didn't work then either.
No.
Right.
So I mean, and basically any plane with a latrine in it, that team would have to service.
Okay.
So I gotta ask you this, like, when the Air Force like does like those long range like attack missions in like an F-15 or an F-117 or something like that,
Yeah.
where they do like multiple air refuelings and stuff, and the
Yeah.
cockpit is like so unbelievably small. What does the pilot do when he has to take a shit?
Wag bag.
Not my
Man,
department.
That is not my area.
I'm just kind of
If
curious.
you know what? The rumors are that they just go, but
They might have a little.
they typically fighter pilots will typically alter their diet to where it essentially plugs them up for that mission.
Oh, okay. Makes
So
sense.
MREs.
Yeah.
Where
MREs and a
we
lot of
need to get a
Gs.
fighter pilot on. We really need to know the answer to this
Yeah,
question.
good luck
Yeah,
with
I
that on this show.
Don't know.
Well,
Fighter pilot.
give it a year.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We're gonna wing it.
Crazy stuff. So, all right. So you were dealing a lot of ground.
mission
Stuff,
support.
right. Okay.
Mission support.
Do you have to clean up the shit?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's it's rough.
I bet.
Do they use that as a punishment in the Air Force, like we did in the Marines, where like if you fucked up, you're burning shit for 3 months, or is it like just like
it was just random placement in the section.
Jesus
because
Christ.
that is a specific section. Because there's another sub part of that section that's considered clean fleet, quote unquote. Clean fleet
like that.
that delivers the meals to the aircraft before it takes off.
Yeah, I would imagine they wouldn't double duty on that.
No.
Although they had a latrine galley unit together, so I mean,
And there's actually something funny about that. They actually have an actual pallet that is specially built with 2 toilets and a galley area to prepare meals for fuller flights.
Wow.
So
I'm assuming they don't draw from the same water source.
no, it's completely it's
all recycled water.
So the water on the planes is potable water, meaning you don't want to drink it.
Yeah, all
It's
right.
good to wash your hands. Don't drink it.
Fair. Like traveling on an airline.
Exactly.
Army drinks
So-
potable water all the time.
It's non-potable. They
Non-potable.
Oh, non-potable. I thought you said
Non-potable.
potable. I'm like, what time? I would drink potable water all the time.
Wait, I thought that was
the water
kind of
buffalo
confusing.
clearly says
I
potable
said it
water.
was potable.
I said
on the
non-
side. Fuckers
And
lied
once
to me.
again, Army can't hear you. Artillery too. That's how I started out my career. Even the headphones don't fucking. All right.
But you
so-
figured it'd be like a rite of passage, right? Just like take all your like E1s and put them on the shit detail, and then eventually they'll rank up and move on to the different sections.
To be fair, that's what I would be doing.
No, I mean I had a staff sergeant out there training me on how to hook up the moose head to the plane to drain.
I love that
the
you
shit.
call it a moose
Yeah.
head.
Whose wife did he fuck?
I think it was one of the first sergeants.
By the way, before we get into ranks again, but I'm going to clarify that one. So your staff sergeant's actually E5 though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the backwards shit.
Yeah.
It
I don't
like to mess with you.
It's always nice, like, I'm joining the staff sergeant. Like, you're an E5.
But you're not.
But you're not. You're not. You're a fucking E5. Every other rank is like,
You're really just a sergeant.
Yeah. We'll get into that whole rocker shit that you guys got going on. But I got a few more questions here. All right, so interesting on the job there. Did some
Different.
don't look
You
at
did
the
some
questions.
shit.
Different stuff.
You did some shit.
Literally
Why
been
don't you-
dumped on it.
Surprise when I ask you.
Yeah.
All right. What do I got here? All right. Air Force Basic.
Okay.
What the fuck is that like? Give me a little bit more because the only guy I know. Well, I know a few guys in the Air Force. One I never really asked about. The other one went so he went the
Other route.
Total-
Yeah, he went. Yeah.
total vag route on that one.
Yeah, but did he?
He did great. Still doing great. Oh, we can't say vag now? Jesus. Cancel me. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, word.
All right. I still get a paycheck from something else. All right, go on. So basic.
So Air Force Basic, basically 5-star Ritz-Carlton, daily room service. Got up around 11, 10.
Fucking told you, motherfucker.
I know it.
Do you really think that's true?
Yes, I do.
It is not.
It's got to be.
It is not.
Well, let's hear about it. We'll
All
tell
right,
you if it's not.
we'll
tell you.
We'll tell you if
We'll
it
tell
rates that. Yeah.
So, they get you. First off, my flight down there was a connector. It was
Down to
in,
where?
Lackland Air Force Base, Texas.
Is that the only place
down
you guys do it?
That is the only place.
So it's like
for Air
Great
Force
Lakes for the
Base.
Navy.
Great
Word.
Lakes for the
Okay.
Navy. Down by San Antonio.
Okay, so toasty.
Yeah,
it's
a
a
little
little warm.
Little
What time of
warm.
year did you go?
September. So September.
it's
to-
coming
Okay,
down
so,
a little
yeah,
bit.
all right. At
September
least you
to
got
October. So
Thank
chilly,
you.
a
Cool
little
down.
chilly in the morning. Had to wear the sweatpants, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was 60-degree days.
Yeah.
Watch out.
So my plane taking off out of Chicago here was delayed, which meant we missed our connecting flight in Dallas Fort Worth, which meant we got into San Antonio late, which was obviously our fault. Naturally.
So you guys missed dessert, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
Told you we were going to be brutal.
Jeez, that's a
we're not
good
gonna
one.
stop on this
That's
one.
a good one. That's a good one. I mean, it was really, I don't know. It was just, there weren't cattle cars. There were buses that took us from the airport to
That's nice.
the base.
How roomy were the seats? Are we talking like Greyhound buses or like
we're talking like
party
the short buses.
Oh,
the short buses?
Yeah.
Wasn't like the party bus that
I
comes
thought
up,
we were
No.
the only ones that got the short
like a
bus.
stripper on board and all that shit. Like, there you go.
It wasn't like our trip to
No.
Vegas. That one time.
That was a good time.
Time I pissed in the back of that bus.
That was a fun time.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
So starts out massive in processing.
Yeah, okay, just
obviously,
like everybody. Yeah, we all went
everything
through that
else.
shit.
They keep you up you've been up since 6 a.m. at MEPS, getting everything going for that. Don't know what time it is because either if you didn't have a watch on, they didn't have clocks up in the room. Start to go to, I think by the time we finally got to sleep that first night was, I don't know, 3, 4 a.m., something like that.
How many bags did you bring with you?
I just brought one bag that literally had 2, 3 sets of clothes, underwear, socks, stuff like that, and that was it.
All right.
Basic.
Yeah, basic essentials.
Most branches.
Yeah.
Except for I brought that shit.
It's comfort, Teddy.
So at the time I went through,
I was planning to go AWOL at some point, so that's why I brought it so much. I'm like, all right, I got enough fucking civvies to get the fuck out of here.
Got fake IDs, passports.
Check clear. All right, because if it doesn't work
Dad's
out for
credit
me,
card.
I'm bouncing out of here.
So at the time I went through, it was 6.5 weeks. I know
For
nothing-
basic?
For basic.
Jesus.
Basic was 6.5 weeks.
It's like a reclass.
I had
Yeah,
shits.
right.
I had
Yeah.
shits longer than that.
Now it's 8.5.
Oh,
It's
they
8.5
bumped it
now.
up?
They bumped it up.
Wow.
They did bump it
Oh,
up.
man, that's a fucking Chi-Chi's Mexican meal right there. Man.
Yeah, I mean, that's almost Army. That's
Almost.
right there. You're half a week off.
We
What do you
are
guys do
almost
with the
there.
extra time?
You know what? They just expanded it into more warrior airman concept thing where they extended out the time that we go into the field for our field week that they called it.
So what does that involve
Yeah,
exactly?
I
So
wanna hear
it's
field
just field week, basic maneuvers, low crawling, high crawling.
How to
obstacle course.
snag the lawn chair for the pool before anyone else?
Yeah, how to make sure the LT doesn't get the last cold one in the cooler. You know.
One really long, sharp brief.
Yes. Oh, there were plenty of those.
You have the Air Force Academy to thank for that, right?
So,
naughty.
And then, contrary to popular belief, we do actually qualify on weapons in the Air Force.
You read
Really?
the questions, you bastard.
Red questions. Fuck. That's it. Throw the iPads out. There you're done.
Sorry,
That was good. Actually,
Sorry,
right about that.
I know.
So
how
you
to-
do
I
actually
know how to
qual
read.
on them.
Yes, we do actually qualify on them. When I was in, I was qualified on both the M16 iron sights on all.
Very good.
nice.
You get a little HJ right there. No knocking knocks. We're just gonna
Yeah.
rub you off on that one. That's nice. Iron sights. Very good.
And M9 as well. Because when I was,
They have you do both.
they had me do both because at the time when I was on home station, I was a part of the base honor guard. And
Okay. All right. That would make sense.
for the firing party commander had to technically be M9 qualified in order to stand over the
But
weapons.
in basic though, you didn't have to.
In basic, we didn't have to. It was just,
just
the
M16.
M16.
No,
and basic.
no M4 though. But just
No,
M16.
no, we
Okay.
were.
Well,
we
you,
sold.
okay.
Hold on, let
06
me ask
though,
you.
right?
Did
So
you guys
that
have
makes
the rail
sense.
system already on there? On
No,
yours?
iron sights.
No. The rails like these.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it had.
Even they had that shit in Air Force boot camp in 2006, and I didn't have any of that shit in the whole time I was in the Marine Corps.
Air Force.
Yeah.
Better stuff no matter what. Also own branch that
is that
has
shit?
plenty of money, unlike your branch that has to suckle off daddy, which is the Navy. By the way, somebody posted that up, which was great on our
Yeah, that was
Facebook.
pretty good.
That was
I chuckled.
Remember who your daddy is,
Right.
Yeah, that was good.
We really need a squid on this show.
I know. I can't wait to get one. I think we can tear you apart.
You know what? Next time we're running out
Fucking-
to Great Lakes to the next, we're just, get in the van.
Just snatch one. Just snatch one of them. Like,
Bang Bro style. Fucking grab him. Let's go.
hey, next time you're at the next, clear them out of wild turkey for me.
Yeah, right. Fucking tied up little seaman over here, scared as shit.
Hey guys, I've never been on Great Lake.
Thank you for your service.
Last time we were coming through the gate, what was he? He's like the freaking Navy MP
Dude, he
or
was
SP
bouncing.
or whatever.
He was bouncing.
He's like, oh, Army guys,
Wow,
yeah.
He was like, just like doing like a little
Got to
dance
find
and
the real
shit.
heroes.
Yeah. Hero. Hey, hero.
See, the joke's on you guys. He's getting discharged next
Yeah,
week.
probably. He didn't even scan our IDs, too. He's like, whatever.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck. He's getting discharged.
Yeah, he
Other
don't.
than honorable.
It's actually good to see them actually up there instead of the civilians.
He probably-
I'm not knocking the
He
civilians.
was probably
that rock
E9
the
that got
gates.
busted down.
No, but I like actually seeing like
Yeah.
service members at the gate instead of civilians. Not once again, not knocking those guys at all.
No.
Job's a job. It's cool, but I'd rather see someone
Yeah.
in uniform.
Yeah.
Do that.
Also, I really appreciate the VA hospital up there. When I got my motorcycle accident, I was overseen by Navy corpsmen as opposed to just like VA personnel, and I got way better care out of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I like that little extra touch. Okay, so All right. First of all, where were you stationed, by the way?
Home station was now what it's called is JBLM, Joint Base Lewis McChord.
Yeah, we had a
out
little
of
we got a
Washington.
volume out of you.
Yeah.
But we had a topic. We did the Scumbags came out of there.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, the two army.
Yeah, the
fucking
two
dipshits
army
that
guys.
kidnapped
out of
that
Fort Lewis.
Domino's guy.
Rob the Domino's guy. Yeah. I
There's a
remember
lot of
listening to
scumbags that
one.
come out of that Tacoma area.
You know what?
Shocker.
That is not a shocker.
That was sarcasm.
So at the time that I was there, it was two separate bases. There was McChord Air Force Base, and then there was Fort Lewis. And then eventually, over time, they're starting to combine the bases, save money, whatever.
How far apart were they? Like,
10 minutes.
okay, makes sense to.
Yeah,
See,
10
there's
minutes. Down a back road, you could hit two different gates within 45 seconds.
So that's
down
actually
a back
kind of
road.
like Camp Pendleton, because in Camp Pendleton, like you have Camp Pendleton as a whole, and then you have like the Naval Weapons Station that is like literally connected to Camp Pendleton. We used to call it the back gate because it was like the land side gate, and you'd be coming in like off. Like if you're coming from 29 Palms, that would be the gate that you would technically come
Pete,
in.
could you imagine if they took Great Lakes and then Fort Sheridan merged them and just said everyone in Lake Forest just gets fucking.
Well, hey,
It's not base housing.
We're gonna annex the shit out of Lake Forest, which is like
We're gonna
for
turn the
those that don't
richest
live
suburb
in
into
this
fucking-
area. It's
Yeah.
but believe it
super
or not,
fucking
that
loaded area.
some of our command authority actually comes from Great Lakes,
Yeah.
from the building maintenance side and all that other stuff. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's just happening. It makes so much sense. They're saving so much money by joining.
I'm actually kind of surprised they haven't done that with like Fort Irwin and 29 Palms, because the back ranges of both bases,
Yeah,
like almost like
Army,
butt right up.
Army and Marine
Yeah.
we just can't mesh though.
Yeah, but we're like a whole state away from each other, because 29 Palms is the size of Rhode Island.
Yeah, well, we just don't want to touch you guys. Gross. Ew.
I mean, we do, but we don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like we'll have that one night stand with you, but that's about it.
I mean,
When
Not
we wake
marrying
up
that
and
shit.
see what we're next to, though.
yeah, we're definitely not marrying that
you've
shit.
seen
No.
some of the lovely women that I've served with,
Oh yes, don't get me wrong. The Marine Corps ladies are yes.
and feisty too.
But-
Love you, ladies.
Once again scared shitless what would happen to me after them because they'd murder me and yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be bad.
sacrifice you to the
Yeah.
to the good
Fuck
Lord,
me up
to
pretty.
the Dark Lord. You know.
Chesty
All right.
pullers.
So how at Joint Base LM? All right. How was your 5-star hotel there? How was it?
No 5-star hotel.
No, come on. Turn down
come on.
service, HDV spa.
Tell me you didn't have a
service,
private
room
room,
service.
your own
Come on,
bathroom
It's
and
got to be
shit?
all there
No,
for you. Air
actually,
Force has it set up.
So how it's set up with the Air Force is there's dorms. It's not. It's just.
Okay.
it's not a barracks.
It's not a barracks, it's dorms.
It's
No,
dorms.
that's-
So you had your own room.
Yeah.
That
I
happens
had my own
Army, too.
room. The first dorm room that I lived in, I shared a bathroom with the guy behind me.
Okay. Fair enough.
Share.
Did that in the Army, too.
Yeah, share.
But you had your
bathroom.
own room.
But it all
I had
to
my
you.
own actual.
Own
physical
You didn't have to
As a
hang.
lower
You didn't have
enlisted.
to hang your dress tie on the doorknob when you
So
were
as a
yanking one
lower
No,
out.
I
enlisted,
did
you
not.
didn't have to share a room.
No,
That's nice.
no. Didn't
Must
have
be
to share a room.
fucking
Never heard
nice.
that.
And
God.
then
Never
the
had that.
second.
I didn't get that until they found out I was a fucking drunk.
It's usually E5 and above.
And
on
then
the
they
side.
just
I mean,
decided
depending
to
on
sleep
some
on.
bases,
Yeah.
but I mean, most of the time it's E5 and above that gets their own room.
My
so.
platoon, it just ended up being like the senior lance corporals ended up getting like their own rooms, because at some point like they just realized.
Yeah, I could. It depends where you were at.
Well,
but-
it was
so
because a lot of the
so
other
you were
ones
one
scammed
I was,
their way
I
out.
was
by that time?
when I first got to the base, I was in E3.
okay. So E3
So
gave your own room.
E3 had my own
Go
room.
fuck
even
yourself.
even E1s, E2s coming right in out of tech school or whatever. You get your own room. The second dorm
Wow.
room that they
What
moved me to,
the
because I wasn't
fuck?
in the. I was technically in the maintenance dorms. I wasn't in the.
I would have put
Aerial
all you.
Port
I
Squadron
would have put
dorms.
all you fuckers in a
Uh,
Quonset hut.
So
He was in an open bay the entire time.
yes.
Right.
So the second one
I
I
was
moved.
damn near close to it.
Second one I moved into, still shared a bathroom with a guy, but then I had a full kitchen.
What the
to
fuck?
be
Get
able to
the
cook
fuck
in.
out of
Yeah.
here!
Kitchen,
Yeah,
wow.
kitchen.
Did you guys
stove.
even have a chow
Butler,
hall?
maid, all
Yeah,
that
we
shit?
did.
I
We
mean,
there
tell me
was
all
a chow
about it.
hall on base that we could go to, but we also had our own kitchen.
Jarheads, we all fucked up.
Well, now
Right.
here's
We really fucked up.
here's the thing. On top of that,
Oh, we're going cask.
our yeah, he's going straight cast.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. This whole conversation infuriated me.
It's business.
I'm going for the high proof. I'm going for the high proof juice now.
My job was not a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 thing. We had overnight shifts and everything, and for a long time I was on the night shift working technically from 6 at night to 6 in the morning.
See,
So it was off hours. So that's why we had our own kitchen.
I had night shift and stuff like that too.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what they told me?
Tough shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Go
that's
fuck
exactly what they told me. It was tough fucking shit.
Yeah.
But see, I want to give you an example too, because we went up and qualified at a Air National Guard base a couple years ago.
Yes,
OG,
yes.
I think you remember
Volk
this.
Field.
Yeah. And the amazing thing, Air National Guard of all things, right? And on top of that, like 2-person dorm rooms, carpet, a mini fridge, free
HDTV.
Wi-Fi.
First of all, I would say fuck the carpet. Tile is always
Bar
better.
right next door.
Yeah.
Bar
There's a
next door.
Bar right next to the barracks.
That sounds
there.
about right.
I mean, I had a bar next to my barracks. It was called the E Club.
They had this. Do you remember that obstacle course they did for us there?
Yes,
it was
I
like from
do.
American Gladiators. No shit. I mean,
Right.
the pads, the works.
Did it have the gun?
Their pools. No, I mean, yeah, it had like all that fun shit, like slides and all. Like it was like
Was Zap there?
summer camp when you're 8 years old. It was exciting. I'm like, why the fuck?
Think
did
like
I
if
join
we
this?
Air Force
Laser.
It really. That's when I first started regretting my choices. Like, why
Right.
the fuck didn't I do this?
You know what? So the reason I ask these questions is because when I was in the Marine Corps, we were going down to south, a little bit south of San Diego for a 4th of July weekend.
Tijuana,
Oh,
baby.
Tijuana.
You boys like Mexico?
Technically Rosarito.
Goddamn donkey shows.
Technically
Fuck
Rosarito,
yeah.
but it was a few guys and gals from my unit, and we went and picked up a friend of mine, or not a friend of mine, but a friend of one of our admin clerks from Miramar. And we get onto Naval Marine Air Station Miramar, and they had like their own rooms and their own toilets, and so fucking jealous. They also told me that their range had automated targets. I was really
Oh, Army has that.
Army, yeah.
I'm sure they I don't even want to ask about ranges.
They probably have like the lasers.
Laser
and shit.
guns, like,
All that stuff activates.
When
It's
we
like-
use real bullets, it's lasers. It's
yeah,
cool.
it's all lasers. It's lasers with like a little gas piston.
All right.
Where'd you deploy?
Yeah.
So,
Speedy.
yeah, I had 2 deployments while I was in. First one was 2008 to Al Qayyara, West Iraq.
Okay.
Up north, a little bit south of Mosul, I think it was.
How close was that to Al Assad? Was it like a smaller air base?
It was a smaller. It was basically I was on an Army FOB
that just happened to have a strip.
that had an airstrip that they needed, that they had us at. Like we were literally a small detachment of about 20.
So your baggage claim at a fob.
No,
It's like, I got no comeback yet.
I got nothing on
It's
that
not
one.
bad.
because,
Hey,
I mean,
I'm
we
not
did-
knocking it.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, I'm
we
fucking
did.
combo,
Hey, man.
so don't even
Yeah,
give me shit
we
like
did-
that.
Ice
I'm
Cube
not a
was a
hard ass or
baggage
anything.
handler in fucking Three Kings, man.
I'm literally.
You're in
So-
good company.
It was oddly enough, the Army side had their variation of our job.
Oh, really?
and-
We got that shit?
Apparently,
Good to
so
know.
they did.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, they did the passenger side. We just literally did the cargo side of loading and unloading the airplane.
So literally baggage
Baggage
claim.
claim at a fob.
yeah,
At a
cargo,
fob, too.
At a fob.
yeah,
Nice.
baggage claim at a fob. That
Also-
Ding,
was-
welcome to shit. All
I
right, there you
also
go.
really
That's-
just love the fact that you being in the Air Force, you got really butt fucked on the like, you got stationed. I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't ever hear about that.
I love it,
No,
though.
but it's like, no. Apparently, you guys get fucked over too.
Yo, absolutely. Because my job list at MEPS, when I tested on the ASVAB and everything, was 4.5 pages long. 4.5 pages long
Of jobs that you
jobs that I could do. Did the color vision test? They're like, oh, so you got like you can choose from like these 20 jobs now instead of this
Well,
4
I mean,
pages.
they do have to narrow it down somehow.
Yeah, they
This is-
narrowed it down.
This is how
So-
the Marines narrowed
so-
it down for me. They basically just said, "Oh wow, you scored pretty high. What do you want? Infantry? Oh no, you're gonna have to wait 3 months." These are the 2 job fields that you can pick from.
So they give me this list of jobs, and I'm like, okay, well, what's this one do? They're like, oh, it's really cool, blah, 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 upsell it. I'm like, okay, cool. Get in there. I'm red. Keep in mind that I tested and I'm red-green colorblind. They give me a job driving on the flight line, this $1 million piece of equipment holding millions of dollars worth of cargo.
And you can't see the red or green lights.
And they say, don't cross the red line.
Shit.
Oh, God, no. Like, okay, what do I look for to cross? They're like, oh, look for the big, white block with green lettering.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna
Fine.
look for the white block here because that's all I got.
How long were you there?
In Iraq, 7 months.
Okay. That's
So
longer than a Marine deployment.
Actually, ours ended up being about 7 months.
Always 6 months over here. That's what I keep hearing out of you. 6, 6, 6, 6.
No,
Yeah, you can. No, fuck off. Whatever.
Alright.
I'm going
So-
to say it's longer than
the
I don't
Mew,
care
the
what it
Mew
is.
7
was
months.
6 months,
Okay.
So-
See?
yeah.
Fair enough.
but that's
what keeps
different.
fun.
That's you're on ship. You're on the Navy schedule, all right. You're not on the Marine schedule, all right.
How was that fob, by the way?
So it wasn't bad. Through interpreters and stuff that we talked to and everything, because they actually made the Air Force pull guard duty at the MWR overnight.
Oh,
God.
They gave you weapons, though, right?
Yeah, we had.
Do you
the kid-
deploy
yeah,
with weapons?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't just get them in theater.
No,
You
we
actually have
deployed
your own
from home station with the weapons
So how many times do you actually qual at your home station? For
every
like,
year.
Every year.
Every year.
So that's
That's what he mentioned before. Okay, yeah.
yeah.
That's where.
Well, you
were
mentioned
getting
that
to
he
part.
qualled. He just didn't say
Every,
how many times.
Once every
Oh, I
year
think he
you
said that.
qualify.
Okay.
All right.
What sounds like such a reservist.
What is the?
It does.
Without getting into depth on it, but
Yeah.
what is like weapons qual for you guys?
0 in.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 50 shots or 10 shots to 0 in,
Okay.
and
Okay.
then
I'd say 50 shots.
sorry,
Zero.
yeah,
That's
no,
like, it's like you better be
Yeah,
on
it's
target by
50
that point, man.
and then 50 shots to qualify.
Okay, so
So out of 50.
Oh, out of 50. That's actually more than Army. Holy shit.
So
I mean, that makes sense.
Do you have pop-ups or is it like a
no,
paper
it's
thing?
a paper target 25 yards out. The silhouettes get smaller and smaller.
Explains the range we were at there. Pete.
Yeah,
Wait.
Yeah.
So you guys don't shoot any farther than 25 yards.
25 yards, but with how
What
the
the fuck does
silhouette
the
of
Air Force need more
the
than 25
silhouette
yards
of the
anyway?
target is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but it's
scale
small.
of the target.
The
It's
scale
like
of the
our
target
No,
is
no, no.
small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're not adjusting for windage.
When
though.
when Army on the reserve side, like when we can't get to a real range with pop-ups, we go to a 25 like that with they have all the little small
Right.
Alternate
on
sequels.
there,
Yes.
and it's like
Can't do it anymore,
Yeah.
though.
Well, I mean, so when we zero in the Marine Corps, that's what we do because like we're zeroing for like 300 yards.
yeah.
But
Oh
when,
yeah, with the single one though.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but
Small.
we're zeroing
it's
for-
like that, but multiple.
but
for-
we're zeroing at 25 yards.
Right.
But
Yeah,
we're
same.
zeroing on a target that's got the
I
same
think
scale.
we're all on the same
Yes.
page here.
Right.
Yeah. We're
But
just speaking different language.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
just we don't
All right, let's
shoot
move forward.
really at 25 yards unless we're doing like actual like man-sized combat drills.
But we got it though. So all right, so you guys,
Yeah.
that's pretty nice though. That you get to do paper all the time.
Yeah.
It's a nice little cheater, especially when you can pull it back and.
Your skillcraft qual.
Like we
Yeah.
said, if you can't get 100 crunches in the Marine Corps, you don't have a friend in the Marine Corps. If
But
you don't
50
qual on the
though.
rifle range, you don't have a friend in the
In fact,
Marine
you
Corps.
got to shoot 50. 50 is nice. That's actually even
Yeah,
more
50.
than us. I was
There's
kinda
like
shocked there.
10 with there's at least 10 with the gas mask on.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they've
yeah.
had this shit
Yeah.
before us.
Yeah,
What
so-
the fuck?
So I had to qualify.
Actually,
at least,
that would make a lot of sense. Actually,
yeah.
Uh,
Is
well,
that
if you
pretty- well, figure that's going to be pretty much.
If you
If,
think-
if we're
think-
getting gassed and we have to pick up the rifle, then there's deep shit going
yeah,
on.
that's right.
true, but
I'll be honest.
but true. But
Why am I doing this?
But if you're doing a chemical
sign up for
attack,
this
if you're
shit.
doing a chemical or if you're doing a chemical attack against
Yeah.
a military target, what makes the most sense?
Hit the air assets.
Hit the air assets.
Yeah. All right. Well, we learned
Yeah.
that in Starship Troopers last week.
Yes,
huh?
we did.
Right.
Fucking Air Force. How does that happen? Wow. All right. So that. So when you were doing those two, by the way, that was. Did you have the newer ones with the full
No.
full face, or is it just the old school ones
No,
like
the
we got
old-
back here?
Yeah.
The old M40s.
Yeah, with the
Yeah.
fucking,
The old school.
Ooh, God,
old
that's
school
horrible.
one, so yeah.
So thank God that now we get the new shit. So
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
that's actually.
I would have
Yeah.
had the new
Yeah.
shit,
I'm
but it was sold out because
actually
COVID.
with doing a qual in that because that sucks
Yeah.
ass to do that.
Yeah.
What, the
even,
old
even
shit?
during,
I've shot in that mask before and it's
Oh yeah.
fucking
You have to
horrible.
like
I mean,
cant the weapon to the side and
yeah.
shit like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It
Yeah,
sucks
even-
ass.
even
ghetto
during-
blasting it. It's
Yeah.
even during basic, we had the qual with the gas mask on during basic. Yeah.
Wow, dude, fucking more props.
See, that
Yeah,
was never
so,
part of our
I mean,
qual, but that was part of our field fire exercises and shit like that.
Maybe the most badass thing I've heard
Yeah.
so far about the Air Force.
Oh, there we
during,
go.
During basic.
So-
and
Other than the
qual.
push-ups.
Now, what about deployment number 2?
Deployment number 2 was a doozy. I went to IUD Air Base, Qatar.
Oh, I bet
on
that
the
was
su-
a doozy.
Oh yeah, it was so rough.
I bet you got to go off base all the time.
It
R&R.
was offered to go off base. It was offered through MWR trips and go.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
do that
there you
stuff.
lost me. That's not
I
even
didn't-
R&R, man.
I
That's not
didn't
even
take-
leave, man.
yeah,
It's like-
I didn't take advantage of that just because.
What's to take
didn't
advantage of?
want to.
MWR always tries to give you like the most like wholesome experience. Like, bro, I don't want a wholesome experience. I want to go to a bar. I want to meet women. I want to go do this. I want to go do that.
Not a couples retreat.
Yeah, I
So-
don't want to go on a couples retreat with the guy that I spent all my fucking time with.
So here's the thing about Qatar. You're allowed 3 alcoholic drinks a day there.
Okay. This sounds
So-
like a really kick-ass deployment.
So
All right, I'm going to
Right.
leave this
It was
room
more-
of firearms and shit right now before something bad happens.
So more of a TDY than anything.
Yeah, it
It-
sounds
Yes.
fucking great.
Yes.
Once
Yeah.
again, join the
So-
Air Force. It's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
I kind of wish Scotty was here for his little like guitar story.
So mine is
fuck?
so
You get what? A phone?
over there.
Well, he got more than that
Way-
because he was on port call.
Obviously, a lot less stressful than Iraq
Yeah, I can say
by
You think?
by a far cry. But with it being more of a built-up base, it was basically a stateside base over there.
Yeah.
Over in Qatar.
Makes
You
sense.
had the high ranking, senior master sergeant, senior NCOCs and officers and that.
So
They,
that would be the 1 up, 13 down.
Oh, yeah. All right. Now I want to get a little bit into this
okay,
because this
okay,
is
yeah,
where
so I know
okay.
I'm speaking gibberish to you
no,
guys.
no,
on this.
it's you guys took you came off of us. All right.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
detached.
Yes.
It made sense. We were getting too big.
Mhm.
You guys had your own cool thing going on.
Yeah.
Then you spun into this.
Well, it's because
Beautiful.
it's because you
Well,
guys
Air
dropped a
Force
nuclear weapon on fucking Japan, and then they're like, "No, we need to actually invest in this asset and actually like spend money.
We gotta get out
Yeah.
too.
We
Right?
need to be in charge of this."
So yeah, let's get some smart guys. on
And
this
then when
one.
the army's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we want nukes too," and that's when they came up with the Davy Crockett.
Yeah. So back to this interesting rank system that
Mm-hmm.
you guys basically your uniforms were still ours for a while in the
Yeah.
beginning of everything. Your traditions are still off of ours.
Yes.
And you kind of made
Yeah,
your
they
own
are.
shit out of it, which is you
Mhm.
know cool. You became your own shit. Very proud of you. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
But that rank shit, what the fuck happened? Like I don't understand how. Why not just call it the same thing, but or make it look the same, but just say a different name for it.
Or keep the tech
so-
sergeant ranks.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, it's so fucking
it's
goofy.
all it's
To me, at least.
yeah. When I was in, your E1 Airman Basic was no rank on
No
the
rank.
side.
Yeah, okay, same thing with private.
I mean,
fuzzy
that's
on our
that
side.
seems to be
Yeah.
across the board
And
for
it-
like
board.
I
everyone.
mean, as you
Nothing's
go,
Maybe
go
not
up
Space
and
Force.
basically
It'd be awesome if they started like making like cool little
Little rockets.
oh yeah.
alien things.
Little
on
flying
there.
saucer with like
Yeah.
an alien.
So basically, your E2 is an airman. There's
So you get that. It's one
one
little wingy.
yeah, one little
Wingy.
mosquito wing.
So it's like
The
an air-
mosquito
little
wing.
star in
And
the
that's an
middle.
airman first class, right?
No, that is airman.
That's just
airman.
airman.
That's just
What are you
straight
when you
airman.
have nothing?
Airman basic.
Airman basic.
Yes.
But,
When you
but
have nothing.
actually, better name than the Air or Army has. I think we're just.
Well, you guys got like 8
PV1.
private.
yeah,
private
you guys
one.
got like private.
Well, you guys are
two-
recruits. I still love the recruit
In
thing.
boot
Yeah.
camp.
I like.
boot
In
camp.
ba- in basic,
I love
you're
that.
trained.
Basic, but when you get out, even if you don't have like any chevrons or anything like that, you're a private,
I
then,
know,
and
but I
then you're
love
private
that they
first
call
class
you
and
recruit
lands.
all the way like through
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. That's
Yeah.
the fucking best.
You don't get called a Marine until you actually get your EGA.
respect for that.
Yeah.
A lot of respect.
Which is,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
I
actually
think every
have to
branch
earn
should
it.
actually do
Yeah.
something like that.
Which it actually kind of sucks when you're in boot camp and you're still kind of a recruit in the Marine Corps, because when you come across guys that have gotten the title, they start treating you like shit.
Yeah,
You
no,
know, and
yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you were still in fucking boot camp.
All right,
dude.
so E3 is you're in two and more of
E3,
those.
Two of them airman first class.
4 is one more.
One more, and that's senior airman.
Okay.
Okay. And then you get one more, and it starts to go. You get another one, and it starts to go down underneath.
That's
a
what
little
gets
one
confusing.
underneath.
Also,
That's-
senior airman, that's an E4, correct?
E4.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Is that considered an NCO
No,
at all?
that is still considered junior enlisted.
Do you guys do not have an E4 and NCO rank?
No.
Okay, so that's different than.
No.
What, does
They
Navy
They
have that?
used to. They used to
Yes,
have
Navy-
buck sergeant.
Yeah.
They used to have buck sergeant, which was a step up, basically a step above senior airman, but not exactly a non-commissioned
Oh, so
officer.
it's kind
but
of like
still in the E4.
But still in the
corporal.
E4
So it's like
rank.
corporal in the
specialist,
Army.
corporal
Army
and
thing.
specialist.
Okay,
Yeah.
All right,
cool.
so in the Navy and the Marine Corps, if you're an E4, you are a junior
Yeah, we all
non-commissioned
know that. I
officer.
said
Yeah,
the Navy
no.
part though.
Not in the
Navy,
Air
Navy
Force.
too, because then you're a petty officer, third class.
Let's talk
at
about that's a
E4.
whole other rank system that
Yeah, that no.
blows my mind. I got the officers finally down on that side.
Yeah.
So- Watch enough fucking submarine movies, and you get that shit.
I could explain that one.
I actually have all the higher ranks up on the enlisted side. It's the lower ranks that confuse the shit out of me.
Well, it's because like they're butter bars and the Navy is ensign.
Ensign. No, yeah, I
and
got
that
all that.
throws the whole thing off. And then there's no
Lieutenant
major.
commanders and all that. Yeah, I know. I got that's easy. I figured that one out. Thank God Air Force just went
just
across the
the
board.
across the board
admiral
on
ranks
that one.
get
What
confusing.
starts getting confusing is when
Okay.
you're at the sergeant or the E5 staff sergeant for you guys,
Staff
whatever.
sergeant, yeah.
That's not even so confusing. It's more when because you guys have like one chevron.
So when you get 2 chevrons underneath the star,
I wish you had graphics
that's
for all
I
these.
know. I'm a hand talker.
I'd still
too.
be
No, no, no.
confused.
It doesn't
I would still
help.
be confused about it. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at?
I mean,
So-
we should have anticipated this. No offense.
The
So
last minute.
Two
detail.
two stripes underneath the chevron is going to be a technical sergeant,
Okay.
which is going to be an E6.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
And that's only on top. There's only 1 or 2.
3.
3. So it goes up top to
it's
3.
So it goes up 3.
But it
three-
does
3
go
levels up top.
away though at some point, right? Because I remember
if you
seeing,
get demoted.
No. Up top, I thought
As you get higher in rank.
it goes
No.
No, so
No,
it
not
stays at
anymore.
3.
Before, during Vietnam era, yes.
Okay, maybe that's why I was confused.
During Vietnam, if you had 2 stripes up top, then you were an E9. All they did was move the 3rd stripe from the bottom back up to the top.
I've just
So
so many. So we call them rockers, right? On our side
Uh,
of the fence.
Chevrons and rockers.
Chevrons and then
yeah.
rockers going down, right? You guys just have like this mass of shit that I always see like
Just like hanging there.
It's all the way down.
Yeah,
there.
you see like
Yeah.
12 of them, and then you're like, I'm so sorry.
Master, super, airman. I don't.
It's like, no, I'm just an airman.
I'm like,
So not anymore. I mean, the furthest down that it goes is 2,
that's it.
and that's tech sergeant. But then you start to go up.
Oh, it's going up like
Then
crazy.
it
then you
goes
add a
up.
fuck ton.
Maybe
Yeah.
that was. That's what
You
I
might
was thinking.
be
It was going
confusing the
up.
Navy because the Navy goes pretty
Yes,
heavy.
that's
Yeah.
right. It goes back. I'm sorry. I'm a little back. So it goes up
It's all
like
good.
a fucking
yeah. So it
mile.
goes up, and they call it the rooftop.
That makes more
No
sense.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
either
how
way,
many
it's
stories
a
you climbing on that one?
blue blur of shit that I just
Yeah.
see, and I'm like, okay.
Wait.
Uh-huh.
It's on your sleeve. I don't have to salute. I don't
Basically,
care.
Yeah.
sergeant.
That's
'cause
the
I know what
best,
the fuck you are.
and that's the best way to notice an officer is okay. That guy looks a little older. There's nothing on his sleeve. He's probably an officer. I should probably salute him.
Yeah.
Or he
Uh,
really
but-
fucked up.
Well, no, I like
One
the
or
fact
the
that you
other.
guys actually have your rank on your. Well, used to. Now you guys.
Yeah,
are,
now with the
it's changed over,
OCPs,
but
they've
it's changed. Once
yeah.
again, taking the army shit again.
Good.
You think you guys come up with your own cool stuff?
We tried
I mean-
that once.
I mean, to be fair, at least on the seaside,
Yeah, it didn't work.
we kind of keep our shit pretty standard.
Well, your branch. Well, you're half whatever the fuck you guys are.
quarter branch.
Quarter branch.
We're a branch. We just
No,
draw
I know,
our
I know,
fucking
but I like
budget
to
from
shit.
someone else's.
They're a branch, but yet they still fall underneath the Navy.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Which is again what the Space Force is doing to the Air Force. So
True.
I just like that lineage that Army's the daddy, then you got the kid Air
Cool.
Force.
We need a branch. Come on, we need to do something else.
What, the Army?
Yeah.
There's not much more you guys can do.
Fuck it. Let's do it again. Let's come up with another one. We should have kept the Air Force. Like a fucking little suckle there.
No, because then the Air Force would have ended up like the Marine Corps underneath Big Daddy Army's budget.
Just jealous because I wanted to go there. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it should be separate. You guys should be separate too, though. I honestly don't.
Yeah.
To be fair, yeah, to a certain extent, but again, like Marines also have to provide vital ship functions too. So
Right.
Yeah.
And I think we can all agree that we keep the Coast Guard under Department of Homeland Security.
Or whatever they are now.
yeah,
Whatever
whatever
that
they are
changes
now.
every fucking 5 minutes.
something.
Go Coasties.
Yeah, like I said, best scene in Space Force ever. It's like, I'm not the low man on the club. Yeah, you still are.
All right, so you seem like you've had a pretty cool career.
Yeah.
It was, how long did you go?
Total September 06 to January of 11.
Oh,
So a little over 4.5 years.
not bad.
Nice. All right, you're right on par with me there.
Yeah.
Bare minimum.
I did more than that.
Well, I'm a fucking reservist, so that's fucking basically everything I've done so much besides my active shit is probably stacked up about the same.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
condense it
it's
down. It's like,
condensed.
I hit about 5 years.
Active.
I had about 5 years.
It's actually about yeah.
I had 20 years of wanting to go somewhere.
So all right, fair enough. I mean, I just dumbassed it for the long haul.
Yeah. Get
Cool
that
shit.
retirement pension, you know?
Question I wanted to ask you, like the planes you worked on, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the planes that we primarily did were the C-17 transport aircraft.
I have
So the
been on one of
C-17s.
those motherfuckers, man.
Yeah.
They're fucking
So
huge.
That's a pretty big fob, though, where you're at, huh?
Also,
Well, yeah, the fob could take a C-17.
fob.
Yeah,
Big long range.
well, big airfield.
and then there were also a couple other planes that would come in. The Army had their little 2-prop plane that would come in.
Army has a lot of stupid, weird shit.
Yeah,
I thought the Army didn't have fixed
No, we
wing.
had. No, we had.
No,
little-
they do.
We do.
They do.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
they.
A lot of
I
small
thought
stuff.
when the Air Force split off, like all their fixed wing assets went to the Air Force.
No, we got some small shit.
I remember
A
hearing
lot
that.
of generals fly on small little.
Yeah, but I remember
things.
hearing.
Yeah,
I remember
things
hearing
like
that from a couple of soldiers while I
We
was
have
in.
Army
They're like,
airfields
They don't.
still.
Yeah.
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 When I was in
Really?
Germany,
I mean,
the Army
Lewis-
airfield was there.
Yeah,
It
Lewis
was-
still has an
Yeah,
Army
but I mean, you
airfield.
could still be
Yeah.
named.
No,
Army
no,
air.
and we had our own Army little planes too. We have boats too.
Yeah,
Well, that kind of makes
fucking-
sense.
Kind of. I mean,
I mean,
time, like,
we
it's
we
weird,
have
though.
we have river patrol boats and shit too.
I know, but why not just give it whatever? Either way, we got it. So,
Yeah.
so
Anyways,
C-17s though.
C-17s.
Basically, fuck off, son.
Yeah, C-5s, the C-130s, everything.
C-5s though.
Yeah, C-5s,
Wow.
C-17s.
Big boys, too.
Yeah,
God damn.
You go down
Yeah.
if you go down
You
by
can-
St. Louis, you see those fuckers flying in and out, man.
They're
They're
like a fucking
huge.
skyscraper.
you can
in the
literally
sky.
fit about 4 tractor trailers in there.
Mhm.
That's how it's
Huge.
you know side 4
Or
side,
one M1.
Or yeah, one member.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a heavy.
yeah, which
heavy
is
tank.
a pain to load.
Oh, you think?
I bet.
I was a part
Oh,
of
yeah.
fucking griping that shit down on a ship, man. I can only imagine how much of a pain in the ass it is on a
God,
plane.
there is so much math involved.
Oh, I know.
There is
Yeah.
so much math.
It's got to be like right here, specifically this point in the hull. It's got to gripe down to
Yep.
these chains, be at this tension. Yeah.
You got to use these specific chains
Yep.
that connect to this specific device that go to this specific spot in the floor.
Yep.
No, it's
And-
important shit though. Like, yeah, because you take off wrong if nothing's slashed right, you get that like that crazy crash that happened in Afghanistan.
Yep.
Yeah, that one that it's hard to watch all the time. That 747.
Yeah.
Because that load.
Yeah, the
fucking
747,
shifted and
yeah.
it- boom.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly what happened. The load wasn't locked in properly, and it all shifted, and it threw everything.
See, they
off on
worry
the
about
plane.
that stuff on ship a lot, but the difference is on ship, like you don't. If a load shifts, you don't have to worry about the boat capsizing so much.
But if it does, you could jump off and you're fine.
yeah, kind of like
A few thousand feet in the air.
boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, big
Which is
difference.
one of the reasons why we don't airlift tanks very often.
Yeah. Crazy though.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like you had a pretty cool career.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Got to meet a lot of great people that I'm still in touch with, still friends with. Got a couple friends of mine that I was at McCord with that are now down at Scott Air Force Base down in
Nice.
Illinois down there. So,
What are you doing now?
so now I work in intermodal logistics, basically moving stuff from point A to point B on the civilian side using trains.
So, kind
So, logistics
you
coordinator.
stay in the same line
Still,
with it.
still
That's
kind of
cool,
stayed
you
in
know?
logistics. I mean, I jumped around a
Transferred over.
lot when I first got out.
Read your Facebook page. There was a lot. Oh man, this guy's worked everywhere.
Yeah, jack of all trades, master of none, basically.
Hey man,
Nothing wrong with that,
yeah.
dude.
So just really getting out and finding what I wanted to do. Worked for an airline. Worked at a dairy company on a third shift warehouse, picking ice cream orders in 16 below zero freezer. So
Which we thank you when you always drop those off for us.
Thank you
absolutely.
for your service. On that.
Oh, thank you for service in general. This-
All of a sudden, there's like 17 gallons of milk. What the fuck? Nobody's drinking this shit.
and then
Making cottage cheese and shit.
and I mean I went to
love that
culinary
shit.
school for a while. Learned how to
Which
cook.
one?
In College of DuPage.
Oh,
So,
yeah,
yeah.
a lot of COD guys.
Yeah, COD.
Not Call of Duty.
Yeah, no,
I
not
know
Call of
that.
Duty.
would have been cooler, but
Yeah. Cooked in restaurants for a while, and then I just eventually went back to.
My boy. Talk later.
Yeah, so-
AAR with you guys. That's cool.
So, and I mean, where I'm at now is a great company that I'm with, and just enjoy. As stressful as it is, in logistics, and
Yeah, I
especially
get it.
2020 was literally
Pretty
a
rough, huh?
dumpster fire of a year.
Yeah.
I'm
And
sure it was a boon for your job, though.
oh my God, it was typically about 50 to 55 hour weeks,
Holy shit.
just trying to get stuff
So
covered.
why everyone's like staying at home wiping.
I hate to say
not
that.
wiping their ass. 'cause
Yeah.
NFTP.
I hate to say that, but that was my week working in bars before the pandemic.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Just wait, man.
absolutely.
This summer will be good.
I hope so. We'll see.
Hopefully. Well, dude, all right. Pretty awesome. You know, as much as we knock the Air Force and
I mean,
Try not
we,
to-
we knock every branch that's not ours.
I
but-
knock my
Yeah.
I'll knock
Yeah.
my
Oh,
branch
I'll,
all fucking
yeah,
day.
I'll knock mine all
Yeah,
day.
I can knock my branch.
Yeah.
You can't knock my branch. That's the way it works.
No, yeah, I'm gonna knock your branch all the fucking way. I don't care how many fucking
we've
listeners
known
go.
each other for
Fuck
20
OG,
years. We're
man.
like,
Go Sam all the way. No, fuck you, Marine Corps. No, really.
Which we'll have the
Pretty good.
Devil Derp shirts coming out
Yeah,
soon.
double dip shirts. Can't wait for that one.
Hoorah. I will rock that shit the second they come out. I'm not gonna lie.
I love how Ranger Rios is just fucking chilling there, like, fuck yeah, man.
Right.
All right. He said,
Best,
like 2 words
he's
all
not the
time.
best color man in the league for nothing. Though.
And, dude had leave. He filled in for a second just to be like, hey, I'm here.
That's right.
Yeah.
He
was
was
actually-
he was gonna be our live studio audience. We're like, nah, man, we got room in the combat closet. We're gonna
Get
put
in
you right there,
Get in
man.
there, bro. All right, look at him just like.
All right,
nodding.
yeah,
He's like,
yeah, all right,
yeah.
cool. There he is. There, yeah.
Thank you for that.
Thank you for your service, Ranger Rios.
See, see.
For those of you listening at home, he can do that. His last name is Rios.
Well, dude, thank you for coming on.
Oh,
really
absolutely.
appreciate
We do
it.
have one more question, actually.
Oh wait,
Oh,
actually, you do.
Okay.
Yeah. Why did you get out?
Oh shit! I totally forgot
Oh,
that one.
why did I get
the
out?
most pertinent question
yes.
of anyone.
So in Qatar, we would preload the planes before the air crew got out there so that they could save their flying hours. One night,
Was it because of
we're-
OT?
no, they.
Because I heard you guys get OT.
we do not get OT. We do not get OT.
right, fair.
But we were preloading one of the planes and just jumped off the ramp when it was still up a little bit too higher than what it should have been. Just came down wrong and just tore the ever living
You can say it.
fuck out of my meniscus in my left knee,
Ouch.
which I had already had operated on in high school from dislocating my kneecap.
Okay.
Oh,
that's rough.
okay.
So it
Medical.
just, medical, everything just compounded, and it just, I couldn't walk without having to pop at least 1,000 milligrams of ibuprofen.
Is that still the case now?
That is still the case. And
Because I usually take that when I have a weapons grade hangover.
yeah, no, my both my knees are torn with arthritis and no cartilage in them,
Oh,
and it's
fuck.
basically a point of not if I'll need a knee replacement, it's when.
When? Fair
Uh,
enough.
because
They're getting better,
those,
though.
Those aircraft floors are not soft, crawling around
know.
on to secure the Humvees down onto.
As a
So-
guy in tanks, man, I understand
Yeah.
that, man. Like you know, you're dealing with like those hard steel
Oh,
floors
yeah.
and everything like that. Like, dude, I get it, man.
Yeah.
But also, as a guy that was in the Marine Corps in armor for almost 5 years and in combat and dealing with all that, how the fuck do I have better knees than I had to duck walk inside my vehicle,
Dude.
man. You had to walk. You got to walk straight up.
Dude, my knees sound like popcorn when I bend.
That's my ankles, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah,
We're
I
all
feel you. I
built
feel you
different.
on that one, man.
Don't fucking get too
Yeah, when your
far.
shit sounds like Rice Krispies in the morning, it's usually your body telling you something.
Snap,
man.
crackle, and pop, man.
Yep. And that's just the one knee.
All right, dude, once again, thank you for coming
Yeah,
on, dude.
absolutely. It was a blast.
It's been a
It
blast
was a
having you
blast. I
on.
enjoyed it.
Appreciate it, dude. All right, guys.
Let's get
if
fucked
you're listening
up.
to this show, sorry for some technical issues we had in the middle of it, but check out semper.com. Check out our merch, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. We're on Reddit now. Fucking A.
We have a
Twitter. You're on Reddit. We're on Twitter.
Wait, what's Reddit?
I don't know. We got Sergeant Spud is our new one of our new social media guys. He's on there.
He'll be on at some point in the future. I'm
yeah,
sure.
hopefully Sergeant Spud will come on. Has nothing to do with his penis.
It does.
It does. It totally
Has
does.
everything.
He's gonna hate me for that one.
Everything to do with
Whatever.
It's got so many eyes.
Like and subscribe. Remember, support the cast if you want to with donations and everything. 50% of proceeds from merch and donations go to our PD.
Right now we're doing Gary Sinise, and pretty soon we're transitioning over to pinups for vets.
Yeah, I want to check pinups for vets. That sounds hot.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Match
that a
the
lot.
tattoo on my leg.
Like and subscribe on everything. I appreciate you guys for putting up with us to this point.
Yep.
Till next episode, guys. Thank you.
Right now we got the private
Yeah.
hearkening us to finish.
All right.
Yeah.
Later.
Later.